something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
On the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled, how I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hollering black was never on your side. They too mad to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the God to the gate. So when they say they fear God, now you know what they made. Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some.
Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some.
Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
Every day my niggas dying, they don't know the truth. How the hell you close to God, we don't know it's you. Yo, how the hell you supposed to survive, we don't know the shoot. He should've died, you let him slide, cause he look just like you. I tried to tell him all skin ain't kin. Everybody ain't your partner, everybody ain't your friend. How the hell they supposed to help when they the ones that put you in? They don't struggle how we struggle, they can't get it how we live. Can't be scared to die when we already dead. Either way, your life is stake no matter how you play it. My higher self said we should choose remain godly. My lower want these motherfucking bodies. Infiltrate they circles like a motherfucking Audi. Take them to the south and put them down like OG Bobby. They don't want equality in this club, they want these problems. Killers right beside me, slab full of chicken mockers. Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some.
Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some.
Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
Shout out to the American Aborigines in the chat, man. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. I got a nice little bill for you guys. Make sure you drop some fire emojis, share the live stream. It seems like they shadow banning me. We got 17 people off in here, 22 people off in here. My bad. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all drop some fire emojis. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace and blessings for even tapping in this Grand Rising. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Make sure y'all tap in, man.
So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? He $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God or Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English plotted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to somethings. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Tell you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust a pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let they slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga. So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? He $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God or Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to somethings. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the cool. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. And stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God, it's never our vernacular. They get
all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
Blazing on the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled high, we ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hiding black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. If being savage was our nation, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the God to the gate. So when they say they fear God, now you know what they made. Shoes song.
Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. Beautiful, happy Sunday to everybody in the chat. Peace and blessings to everybody. First things first, all I'm going to ask you guys to do is hit the like button. And if you 55 can share this on social media, let's try to bring 100 people in here before we hit the 20-minute marker. So I appreciate y'all if y'all share the live stream. I got a nice little bill for y'all. I want to propose a question to you guys. And I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Can I get some fire emojis? Can we get the energy right this morning? We might need to play one more jammy jam. So is that what we need to do? Do we need to play one more jammy jam to get the energy right? I think we do. Because I don't see no fire emojis in the chat. Let's play one more jammy jam to get the energies right. Turn up, man. Let me sure y'all do it right.
A nigga tell my motherfucker can't
Hit
use
the
no
like
tune
button.
like
Let's
no
get
more
it.
grade.
We got a nice little beat. I want to get y'all energies up. Come on now, goddamn.
And I get shit done, boy.
The fuck?
Your ass tripping.
It's the way.
Niggas call me blooders just like T out here. Let's get it. I be calling phone the phone, say I don't be out here. Catch him, knock his noodles back. Just don't tweak out here. Phone him sliding late night, honey. Ain't no sleep out here. 2 days back to back, that's 50 racks to be out here. Can't have no Fifi on your block as long as Steve out here. Can't try to slide inside a fishbowl, you got beef out here. Low key wanna get you out the way, they say he a chief out here. Niggas hold, they tuck their tails cause they be scared. And that Hellcat on the E-way off the mid. Say his name inside this song, my bros, I bet I see it. Niggas low key want that smoke you do, you bet I see it. Get your ass back in that house, we got FN99s. My credit's so A1 with killers, I be paying my fines. I be on my dick in songs, but I don't pay them no mind. All them hoes that be with the ops gang, they broke they spine. All the crackers get robbed for they shit, they bad back. I keep my Glock and her Chanel, that shit cost 5 racks. All these hoes be going for real, low key, just buy them X. He got shot up in this shit out here, he tryna flex. Never cared so much, ran out of wood, just past the Dutch. Your homies die, you don't never slide, it ain't adding up. Get caught with a pipe, you out same night, you fed or what? You out packing the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up. Give my shorty stingers and guns, I tell them slap for nothing. Everybody with this gang ain't shit, so they ain't dying for nothing. If she don't fuck on the first night, off the rip, I ain't bound to nothing. If I ain't got time for loving my kids, then I ain't got time for nothing. Then I slide home to my bitch, that mean no time for cutting. Why these niggas think they safe? Cause they locked in. Man, we thought this shit was over since some shots. You think you safe when you at out west, little nigga, just bopped it. I know some killers from out west, they keep them Glocks in. Knowing they killer on the loose, it throw my vibe off. You lighting candles on that main street, watch that side block. You ever stood up over op and knocked his dreads off? You know a nigga claim he haters, but he fanned out. Back then I pull up to them clubs, them killers was sitting in steamers. How the fuck he say he ain't tell, but of course they throwing that nigga subpoena. Fuck Lil Durk, he ain't on shit, his ass a saint. Fuck Lil Durk, his ass a goofy, he not let Ron either. Fuck Lil Durk, he talk the shit, now laugh about this people. Niggas always say they out here, we don't never see them. But if we do, we pop out cars and we gon' know
Come on, man.
like
Stop the fire emojis, man. I know y'all hearing this right now. Let's go.
Jumped off the porch back then with extra stacks and smoking meat. 6 nights for Aslan used to stay right there.
Hey, let him up, yeah, let's light him up.
Loco, he stayed next door on Bishop, he was selling meat. 18 for exotic, Chirac selling 36. I'm not trying to die young out here like I'm Rowdy Rich. We get that Lolo, then phone them go sit outside your crib. Yeah. Sign to the streets 3 on the way.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The energy right now. Goddamn energy right now. I see y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to Hood Nigga Doom, Courtney, my nigga Brown Wolf, shout out to Oakland, Mount City Mellow, Ivy, you feel me? Chuck, Jan Bronner, Black Wolf. Shout out to y'all. Mike, Chick Homily Roots. Who else we got up in here? Copper Amar, Elizabeth Young, I am who I am. You feel me? Who else we got up in this motherfucker? Daniel Hume, Willie Lilly, Pop Reed, John Oates, Rob McCory. Yeah. Gal Walker, Bronze Flat Power, Snake God, Michelle Ray, Tight Sound, Darius, Master Green. Yeah. I see y'all. Your Massey Ton, I see you. Yeah. We're getting the energy right, man. So, hey, I want to propose a question to y'all, but before I propose that question, let's take a look at the First Americans documentary trailer coming out. I can't wait to see this. It's coming out real soon. So let's take a look at that trailer. Y'all know Denzel gonna be starring in this movie, right?
One thing about our community is that we don't identify as African, and we don't like identify as African American.
for the natives.
Yeah.
I like when
it comes to talking about African Americans, I have no education with that. Period. I don't. I don't. I'm not even connecting to that no more because that's a system.
The Negro is still languished in the corners of American society. Finds himself in exile in his own land.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines.
You are now aborigines. You just don't like being called aboriginals, man. So, man, shout out to y'all in the chat, man. I can't wait to see that, man. It's a lot of stars is going to be in there. Like I said, Denzel going to be in the movie. Yeah, Denzel going to be in the movie, y'all. Y'all going to want to check that out. You understand me? It's going to be fire. You feel me? It's going to be one of the best documentaries you ever seen in your life. Mind blowing. You feel me? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hey, this is the question that I want to propose to you guys. Do you believe the ancient ancestors in our historical past, do you believe that they was spiritual or religious, or one or the other, or neither one? That's what I want y'all to type in the chat as I get ready to propose this video. Let's get ready to get into it. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna mute myself. Let's go.
We go through law and order. I told you, Lord represents law and order. You know, the Lord represents law and order, and we are supposed to be following the law and order of the Lord. Who is the Lord? The Lord is our children, our sins. It is us in higher dimensions. It is us in a state of authority and power. That's who.
See, a lot of y'all did answer the question, and I'm gonna give y'all my answer now. I don't believe we was neither religious or spiritual. That's my opinion. Maybe we have an open panel conversation about that in a second.
Lord is. The Lord is us in higher definition, in higher extended states. That's who the Lord is. It's our ascendants, the Amen race. We represent the Lord on a lower level. That's why we're still mortal. That's why we born and we live and we die and all this other stuff. And we go through the things we go through in order to get toward eternal life, because eternal life is only promised for the Lord's chosen people. The people who are not the chosen people of the Lord, meaning the people who are going to be the law keepers, the law givers, right? And the law enforcers on earth. That's the Lord's people. The law keepers, the law givers, and the law enforcers on the earth. That is the Lord's people. And the true Lord's name is Amen. It is not Yahweh. It's not Yahweh Shah. It's not Yahweh Hua or Yahweh or Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, and the Jah. No, man. It's Amen. Why is it Amen? Because Amen represents an extended state of men and women. Amen represents the extended state of men and women. You see, just like the Amen begat the human, which is mankind, artificial version of the Amen. Okay. So there has to be a higher version of the Amen. If we are here in physical form, there has to be higher versions of us, because where does our personality go? Where does our energy go? Where does it go when this physical flesh breaks down? You see, this is an ongoing persona, an ongoing personality that will constantly return in higher forms and extended states. That is the Lord. That is Amen. That is us. The Lord is a race of bigs. That's them, but in that them, there's He. He who is the Amen Ray, or Amen. The one who is the eternal law giver, law keeper, and law enforcer. That's the Amen race. That is who we are, the overseers, the rulers, and everything. But we forgot our place. Our place is in the fourth dimension in rulership, not in the third dimension with the humans. See, the humans, they believe in God. They believe in the Lord. They don't know what the Lord is. They believe in the Lord. And how they got most of their belief in the Lord is through what? A book, a Bible that any man could have wrote. That any man could have wrote. Something that they believe in. And, you know, I said this about these people, you know, you so-called Israelites and all you people, you claim to be God's chosen people. But how are you God's chosen people if you reading out of a book that every filthy race of people done put their hands on? Every filthy degenerate has put their hands on the Bible at one point or the other, whether they read it, whether they believe in it, whether they believe in the characters in that book. So if you don't have, my point being is, if you claim to be God's chosen people, then you're supposed to or the Lord's chosen people, as you Israelites say, then you're supposed to have your own separate books, separate from the Bible. And those books are not even supposed to, like I said, those books are supposed to take precedent over the Bible. But you guys stay in the Bible like the Christians, like the Muslims, and all these other. At least the Muslims got their own book, even though they off. But at least they got their own book. At least they got their own book, the Quran. You so-called Israelites supposed to have your own book. You say it's the Apocrypha and all this other stuff. But again, you got too many people calling themselves Israel. You see, you got too many people calling themselves Israel. See, the true people of the Lord are supposed to be held to a higher standard. They're supposed to be held to a higher standard. They're supposed to be a supreme people, a people who are in a state of perfection, not practicing, a people who are in a state of supremacy on that path to perfection. That's the Lord's people. And what they are perfecting is the keeping, the giving, and the enforcement of the law and order on earth. That is the Amon's people, not you spiritual people who sit up here and pray to the Lord like you Israelites, Christians, and Muslims and Jews. All you people do all that praying. All that praying is for nothing, man. You just begging. And the reason why you begging is because you don't know the Lord. The reason why you begging the Lord and you asking for stupid things like material stuff is because you're not of the Lord. If you really were of the Lord, you know the Lord is much higher than material possessions. The Lord has nothing to do with material possessions. That's something you garner for yourself on the earth. That's not something you sitting up here asking the so-called Lord for, the true Lord you claim to believe in. The true Lord deals with law and order. You so-called Israelites, you'll say, or the so-called Jews, y'all say y'all deal with law and order. But like I said, y'all got a bunch of degenerates and perverts and all kinds of scum that's associated with you, with your community. You see? And then you Israelites, y'all famous for saying, oh, you know, you can't follow all the laws and that's, that, and the third. No, see, you got it twisted. See, y'all don't know the difference between following laws and following customs and traditions. So y'all don't know the difference between customs and traditions of people, you know, from old days and the olden days versus what is law. You see, the law is very, 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 not speculative. It is very literal. The law is very literal. It's very literal, and it is only for those chosen to live by. See, the people on this earth are expected to be the lawbreakers. The humans, you people who are disconnected from the Amen, you are expected to be the lawbreakers. You are expected, the humans are expected to be the ones to bring chaos and confusion. They're expected to be that because they vibrate on the lunar frequency. And I'm gonna say to you, so-called Israelites, Christians, all you Muslims, you Jews, y'all all vibrate on the lunar frequency too, because your symbol is the moon. Your symbol is the crescent moon. You do your Sabbaths on the new moon, as y'all say, the moons. And the Muslims, they got the star in the crescent moon. You see, so that shows that they are lunar people and that they're locked into lunacy. They locked into beliefs of a Lord in a book written by a man. Again, the Lord is supposed to be a natural connection. The Lord with man and woman is supposed to be a natural connection, not some goddamn connection out of a book, man. That's any fool could have wrote. Anybody who sit up here, because you guys, I watch you Israelites, you believe the Bible cover to cover. And like I said, you could look and tell where it was influenced heavily by men, or males, I should say. You see, so y'all believe in what males say. That's why y'all not the chosen people of the Lord. You're not the true chosen people of Amen. Because first and foremost, you don't know that Amen is supposed to be connected to men and women on earth. The man, the woman dynamic, the principle of man and woman on earth, mental beings. Really, men and women are really mental beings. Beings who are thinkers, beings who are receivers, beings who follow out orders and keep law. That's what the supreme being is. The supreme being, and those who are supreme within the supremeness of the supreme being are those who keep the law, that keep the order, and keep themselves structured. Everything is lawful and orderly. You see, that's the Lord's chosen people. Not people who sit up here and constantly break the laws and constantly trying to make excuses for being degenerates, like a lot of you Israelites do, like a lot of you Christians do, like a lot of you Muslims do. You see, like a lot of you Catholics do, like a lot of you Jews do. Y'all all do that. All people in religion make up excuses. All people in religion make up excuses for breaking the goddamn law. They all make up excuses for being degenerates. That's how you know they're not the Lord's chosen people, because they're mentally weak. You see, the believers are going to always be mentally weak, and they always going to be the ones in the church talking about, I can't do it. I got to put it in the Lord's hands. Oh, I can't do it. I got to give it up to the Lord. Hey, look. All you need is a few. You wouldn't be talking about giving it up to the Lord if you had some goddamn money in your bank account. You see, 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't be talking about the Lord or giving it up to the Lord. You'll be praising the Lord and peacing out, and you would go spend your money. You see, because most of the stuff y'all pray for, it has to do with material stuff. Most of the stuff you people in religion pray for to your Lord, to your God, or whoever you claim to believe in, your higher power, has to do with material things. That's how you know you're not the people of the Lord. And what you ultimately want when the Lord comes, as you say, Israelites say, when the Lord comes, y'all ultimately just want material possessions. Again, that proves that you're not the people of the Lord. The true people of the Lord are the thinkers. They are the receivers. They are the Amen race. I'm going to put it out there because Amen is the Lord, and the race of people who are the Amen, the people who are still intact, mind, body, and soul, they are the Lord's chosen people, the intelligent ones, the thinkers, not the believers, not the spiritual people, not the religious people. See, because y'all fall for anything. You can't be the Lord's people. You can't be Amen's chosen people and be stupid. You can't be Amen's chosen people and be stupid and believe in stupid things and not know and not have any proper discernment. Believe every and anything you read. You see, go off of emotion, not being able to use logic, use the mind that you have to process and to think about things, use the brain to process the thought. Because again, the Lord deals with intelligent people. Intelligent people. That's who the Lord deals with. The Lord Amen deals with intelligent people. The Lord Amen deals with intelligent life. Intelligent life. We as the Amen race represent intelligent life in this day and time, because if you look at everybody else, they don't lost their damn minds, man. They crazy as cat. You know what? They're crazy. From the humans, all the humans, and so you so-called black people, you niggas, y'all don't lost your mind right with them. Because they say in these last days and these next days to come, the people are going to be in turmoil. The people are going to be losing their mind. The people are going to become chaotic. You know what I'm saying? So all of the settling of being lawful and orderly people, or having that, that look of law and order, that's all going to go out the window, man. That's all going to go out the window, because y'all going to show yourself to be who you truly are. Chaotic and confused people. See, when the time comes, as we're coming into the next stage, the next dimension, everybody's going to show themselves for who they are. See, everything is going to be trans.
Hey, since we got a few new people off in the chat, I want to say hit the like button, share the live stream. You feel what I'm saying? This is a dope ass build. I'm gonna need y'all to really hit the like button and share this on all your social media outlets. I do want to propose the question that I proposed to the chat earlier. Do y'all believe our ancient ancestors were spiritual or religious? Do y'all believe that? My answer to that question is no. I don't believe we was neither spiritual or religious. So I want y'all to answer that in the chat. This is the Wake and Bake bill. So let me light my other one up. Y'all let me know what y'all smoking on, where y'all at this morning. Shout out to y'all. Peace and blessings. Let's continue the live stream. It's gonna be a nice one. Let's continue this one. So peace out.
Transparent, because the Lord's true people are raising. The Lord's true people are raising. Hell, we as the Amen race, we are part of the Lord. So therefore, we are the Lord and the order. We are the Lords. We are the keepers of law and order on earth. You damn.
Hey, and like I said, to those that's in the chat, y'all let me know y'all answer to whether or not y'all think we was religious or spiritual. My answer to that is neither. I don't believe it was neither one. And we'll have an open panel topic discussion for a brief second about that if y'all want to come on. So let's get it.
Damn right, we are lords. We ain't no gods because a God is nothing but a guard. A God is nothing but a guard, like a guardian. You have those good guards or gods and those bad gods. Because the devil that y'all talk about is a god too, you know. You do know the devil is a god, just like your God is a god. The Most High, your God is a god. The devil is a god too. You see, and what does a god guard you against? What do they guard you against? They guard you against so-called good and evil. That's what your God guards you against. You needed a place. You needed commandments in place. You needed commandments in place to guide the people, because the people have become so animalistic. The people have become so degenerate. The people have become like the human race. So that's what people have become. People have fallen to. You see, the God is the guards on earth, and that represents government. That's really your God. Your gods are really your governments. You see, that's why they say in God we trust. What they really mean is in the government we trust. God is really the government, and the Lord represents the law that the government is supposed to follow. Do y'all follow what I just said? God represents the government, and the Lord represents the law and the order in which they're supposed to follow, which is supposed to be kept and overseen over them, and they're supposed to be overseen by the Lord on the army. Y'all follow the setup. I want to make sure y'all got what I said. That's very important. Or if you don't know, God is government. God is those who are in control of civilization, society. At one point in time, it was the priest and all these other people and whatnot. But then you got politicians. You got politicians. Okay. Then you got politicians. So, like I said, the government represents God, but the Lord is above God. The Lord is above God. The Lord represents those people, those priestly people, those supreme people who keeping the law and the order on earth. That's what they represent. And that's supposed to be us. Right now, who sits in that seat is your Zionist Jews. They sit in that seat as the law keepers on earth. They're really the head tribe of the humans. They're really the head of the tribe of humans. The Zionist Caucasians, they're really the current heads of the human tribes, the human family. And they over you Negroes too, man. They're the heads of it. They're the heads of the tribes. And they use their law and their order through government to keep you people in line. But see, all that's going to change in the future going forward, because that seat of power, that seat of law and order and enforcement over the governments will be in the hands of the proper people, which is the Amen race. The Amen race will be the illuminated, and they will hold that power from the fourth dimension, and they will oversee things within the three-dimensional realm. Do I make myself clear? You see, this is a hierarchy. This is a hierarchy. This is a hierarchy. Don't ever get it twisted. This is a structure. This is an order. This government on earth is, like I said, this government on earth is nothing but the God to the people. And like I said, gods come and go. Why you think they say gods come and go? You get different gods every time you get a new government. You don't think that's suspicious? Every time you get a new government, you get another god, the god with a different name. Because all that God represents is the people in the government who operate from under that name. They operate under that name of God. They operate from that name of God. That's why they had to come out and separate church and state, because they know church and state was working together. Right? God is the government. God is the government. And the people who are overseeing that, they're the Lord's chosen people. The people that oversee the government are the Lord's chosen people. See, the people who are supposed to be the chosen, they're not in power right now, but they will be coming into power. They're the Amen race. They're the people who've been denied power, the people who've been cut out, but the people who are going to be restored. They represent the people who are going to be restored. You see, because that's the only thing that's being held up. Our restoration. As our restoration comes about, then we're going to receive our power. Then we're going to be those priests on earth. And you women as the priestesses on earth. You're going to be the priests and priestesses of Amen on earth. That time is coming. And there will be a priest order within the Republic of Intellect. There will be a high priest order and priestess order in the Republic of Intellect of Amen. That's coming. Just to say that for those, and like I said, those in the Mesoamerican community, like I said, you're going to come up in that as well over time. Okay? So keep that in mind. We represent the Amen. We represent the Amen. We represent the Lord. The Lord's chosen people. That's who's spoken about in the book of Revelation as the elect. That's what's spoken about in the book of Revelation as the elect. That's who's spoken about in the book of Revelation as the elect. That's the priest of Amen, the priestess of Amen. That's the elect. That's the people that's being risen. Not you religious people, man. Not you religious people. And again, like I said, you know how I always say to you all the time, you Israelites, Christians, Muslims, Jews, whatever, y'all Masons, you all acknowledge, connect to is her higher self. Her higher self is supposed to be the Lord. Her higher self is supposed to be the Lord. Our higher selves are the Lord. The higher self represents the Lord. And we are supposed to be following our higher self, which is in alignment with the Lord, which is Amen. Our higher self is Amen. As men and women, our higher self is Amen. We lost the Amen and we became man and woman. We lost the that living power. You see, we lost that that living power, because that represents power. So when you say man, you mean power men, men of power. When you say woman, you mean woman, woman of power. Because in the woman and the men, it's all the same thing. It's in the women are part of the men. It's all mental beings. You see, and mental beings. And we represent the higher. We represent the power. The power of what? What is that power of? The power is the power of reception, the power to comprehend things, the power to understand things. That's the living power, the power to think, not the power, because it don't take no power to believe in nothing. It takes no power to believe in nothing. A lot of you people want to be believers. It takes no real power to believe in anything. They want to act like, oh, it's something special because they believe in Yahweh, Allah, Jehovah, Jesus. They want you to think that's something special. Well, so do you, and like 50 million other damn people believe in that. That's how you know that God that you believe in, that Lord you believe in, your beliefs are watered down. They spiritualized. Because again, if you're dealing with the Lord as the Lord really is, then you're not going to have a lot of people that's going to want to follow the Lord. You're not going to want to have a lot of people ain't going to want to follow the Lord nor read the book that's coming through the Lord. They ain't going to want to read that, because that's a book of heavy judgment. That's a book of heavy judgment. People, as you can see, who believe in God, they don't want no judgment. They want grace. They want mercy. They want forgiveness. They want to keep doing the same stuff they've been doing. That's what they want. That's what they want. Mm-hmm. That's really what they want. They want that over anything. They want that more than anything. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you that they don't want judgment. And anyone that doesn't want judgment, anyone that doesn't want to be judged is not fit to be judging people. Anyone that doesn't want to be judged is not fit to be judging people. Because we're supposed to judge ourselves, and we're supposed to be judged. And we're supposed to follow a certain code of conduct. We're supposed to follow a certain code of conduct. You see? And because we're not following that conduct, that code of conduct, because we're not following that, being those honorable men and women as we're supposed to be, this is why we are following after the image of the beast. This is why we got to walk around and believe, like you so-called black people got to believe in these fake gods and these fake devils and these fake religions and this fake spirituality of the beast. You got to fall for that. You got to follow that. You see, you don't know the Lord. You don't know what the Lord truly means. You don't know that the Lord is one of judgment, a race of judges. That's what the Lord is. The ultimate Lord is the race of judges. And if you don't see yourself as those race of judges, or you don't want to be judged, then guess what? You're not of Amen. You're not truly of the Lord. You're not trying to perfect yourself, because again, what is it all about? It's about supremacy. It's about supremacy. Amen is supreme. Amen is supreme. The Amen race is supreme. The Amen race is supreme. Hail Amen. NZZ N144. Amen is supreme. Amen is the Lord. Amen is a race of lords. Those of you who are of the elect, you are a part of that body of the elect, of those lords who are being raised for that leadership and for that judgment. You're being raised to be lords in the future. That's what this is all about. Even here, us going through this three-dimensional realm, dealing with the stuff we got to deal with, having to use our intelligence, having to use our ability to think, to maneuver through things. Why do you think we have that? Why do you think we have discernment? Why do you think we have a mind to think? Why do you think we have a mind to think? We have a mind to think so that we ain't got to believe a bunch of this BS that you people follow. You see, that's why we got minds to think. We got minds to think, and we got brains to process things, process everything that's told to us, test that spirit. Why do you think it said that in the Bible? Test the spirit. Because that represent, when it say test the spirit in the Bible, that represent all you people who are so-called spiritual and religious. That means to test you. That decree really goes out to you charlatans and you phonies and you reverends and ministers and imams, you charlatans, you phonies, you fakes who try to push religion. That's why I say in there for the elect. That's talking to the elect to test the spirit. It ain't talking to you people, because you can't be talking to you people, because testing something means to judge something. When I test something, I'm really judging it. You see? You judging it, you testing something to judge whether it is fit to continue forward. That's what a test really is. Test is for judgment. Not for, oh, I'm just testing you just to be testing you. This is a false test. This is a mock test. No, this is a real test. A real test deals with judgment. A real test deals with judgment. Okay? How else do you perfect yourself if you're not being judged? You have to be judged. You have to know where you're making mistakes, where you going off at, where you messing up. You got to know where that is. You got to know the lines and the boundaries not to cross. You got to know the lines and boundaries, because you got to show everybody else to keep things in line, keep things in order, because it's so easy for things to get out of line, things to get out of order in this three-dimensional realm. And we're supposed to be the gatekeepers and the ones who are supposed to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm talking about us as the elect, the Amen, who are being gathered in this day and time, the true people, the real chosen people. The real chosen people. You see, we're chosen by way of our intelligence. That's how we're chosen. We're chosen by way of our intelligence, not by way of our faith, not by way of our belief, not by way of our spiritual inclinations. We ain't judged by that, because we ain't got that, and that's not real any damn way. I said, how you know it's not real? Because look at all the people that say the same thing. Again, the Lord. I make sure I get that straight. The Lord's chosen people, Amen's chosen people, have to be the people that sit at the top of the heap, the cream of the crop. The people who are perfecting themselves. The people who are perfecting themselves, not the people that are sitting up here making excuses when why not to perfect themselves. Not those people. Not those people. The true people are the ones who are perfecting themselves. Let me take a call. Hold on 704. Hold on. One sec.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear everything loud and clear, man. We got 70 people off in here. Drop the fire emojis in the chat. I'm going to need y'all to get the likes up. So I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds to hit the like button and to get these likes up real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. Make sure you hit that like button. Run them likes up, man. Run them likes up. Ain't nobody hit the like button. Go run them likes up. Hey, like I said, I will be dropping the link in the chat in just a second. So don't even trip. We will be dropping a link in the chat in just a second.
Expect people to be a certain way, you don't want to hear that. So now think about that on the upper dimensions in our higher self. Who do we ultimately disappoint? Who do we disappoint when we like living up to our higher self? We disappoint us. We disappoint us. You disappoint the higher self because the person who's looking down on you is the you. The person that's looking down on you is the higher you. The higher you is looking down and saying, you better than this. When you hear that voice to say, you better than this. When you come out, you say, I'm better than this. I can't do this. I know I'm greater than this. When you get that voice to say, I can't be around these people. I can't do this. When you get that voice and it's sincere and it's really sincere, then that's the higher you. It's not working from a low level. It's not working from a level of envy or jealousy. It's not working from a level of selfishness. It's not working from a level of emotion. It's working from pure supremacy, wanting to be greater people. Nothing can stand in the way of that. That is continuous. That is ongoing. We are continuously perfecting ourselves as the Amen. That is power. That is supremacy. That's what the hell we here for. To live in the image and in the presence of Amen. Not to praise no God, not to praise no Lord, not to get on our knees and fear no fake gods and false devils. There is no God. There is no devil. There's only the government, people. There's only the government who you look to take care of you. There's only the government who you look to cut you the check. It's only the government who you're looking for reparations or whatever the hell you're looking for your everyday bread. So don't tell me you really praise the Lord. You praise the government. You praise the beast. You praise the government. You praise the beast. That's not Amen. That's the government. Because now you know that to be true. Now you know that everything y'all want is because everything y'all basically want is at the hands of the so-called white man to give to you. All you religious people, don't you want money? The white man can give you money. Don't you Israelites want all the women you want? Oh, the white man can give you all the women you want. Don't you want your own land and whatnot to do whatever you want? Oh, the white man can give you that. You see? You niggas claim, oh, you want spiritual power, and you want to know you niggas don't. Y'all lying. You don't want no spiritual power. You just where you could move things, and y'all claim y'all want that kind. No, you don't. If all you could get right now, if somebody, the white man says, look, we're gonna, we're gonna give you guys what you want. Just stay off the streets and don't preach anymore. We're gonna give you your own land. We're gonna give you your own women. We're gonna give you all the money you guys need, whatnot, whatever you desire. And big man, you niggas taking that deal. You niggas taking that deal, and you will not hear no more about Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah no more. I guarantee you that. You niggas will make up an excuse to say, see, the Lord made the white man give us everything, so we ain't got to preach no more. That's all y'all wanted. That's all you wanted. Let the white man come to you and give you, let the white man who's your true God and your true Lord who holds the keys to everything you want in this three-dimensional realm, let him come to you right now, offer you women, offer you money, cars, offer you houses, offer you land, or offer you gold and jewelry, because you guys, and that go for all you people that's religious, not just the Israelites. I ain't gonna just dog them. That go for all you people that's religious. Let the government give you all the things that you want, and you will turn and curse your God. You will turn your back on your God. You ain't gonna be thinking about your God no more. I guarantee you won't. You won't. See, because you want something that your God can give you, but your God denies you, and that's the government. That's who's currently in charge of the government is the white man. You know, the ones that you Israelites claim you hate so much. You see, they can give you every and anything you want at the drop of a dime. They can make it all go away, baby. They can make the pain go away. Right? They can make you stop crying. They can make you not have to work no more. Now you'll say praise the Lord and all that, but you really mean praise the beast. That's really what you mean. When you saying praise the Lord for all the gifts, the goodies the white man give you, really mean praise the beast. And the beast you trust. That's really what you mean. And that's fine. But y'all need to just be real with it. Y'all really need to just be real with it. Because if you're going to tell me you don't know who the Lord is, what the Lord is, or whatever. You got to make up cartoon pictures of what you believe the Lord looks like, you know, and with a beard on his face. And that just proves to you, how you niggas know the Lord got a beard? How you niggas know the Lord got a beard on his face? Come on, man, because you read it in some book that some man said that. You actually looked at the face of the Lord and he had a beard and whatnot. Or is that just your imagination running away from y'all? Is that your imagination? Sound like just y'all niggas' imagination. That's what it sound like to me. Sound like y'all imagination. You see? That's what it sound like to me. Y'all just imagining things. You just believing in things. You just thinking that you believe that you really believe in what you say. Just be real with it. If the beast gave you anything and everything you wanted, you niggas would not care about no Jesus no more. You stop talking about God. That go for you niggas in the church. That go for you niggas in the mosque. That go for you niggas in the temple. You'd stop talking about God. Jesus, Mary, Muhammad, all that. Because you see how the Arabs are, right? They do their little prayer. They act like they still believe in Allah. But as soon as the niggas get money, all them beards come off their face, all them head coverings they got on their head, they put their religion in the back pocket when it comes to some money, just like the so-called Jews. The Arabs, they put their religion in the back pocket. And same way with you Christian ministers, you niggas put your religion, your beliefs in your back pocket when it comes to some bread, some physical things. Y'all ain't no, y'all all the same, man. Y'all all the same. Y'all ain't no different. Y'all all full of crap, man. You all full of crap. And like I said, true to form, when you are full of it, when you are not really about what you claim you about, when you really are not about what you say you about, it always comes through. It always shows. It always comes through. It always shows. You see, real men, they stand on it. Real women, they stand on it. What they really about. And sometimes they got to make their point until people feel the point. Until people know that they real. That's an impression. You see, you're known by the impressions you make in life. That lets you know whether you're the Lord's chosen people, that you're Allah's chosen people. See, because Nuben Menkares was doing this since 2010, right? It's been 11 years officially, right? And I'm still going. I'm still standing. I've been through hell and back. I ain't made no bunch of money at this because it was never about money. It still ain't about money. You see, a lot of people pull a Bro Polite. You know, Bro Polite. He's the new covenant head master teacher and everything. Then when there ain't no money, next thing you know, he hanging out with Floyd Mayweather being a flunky for him. You know, shit like that. Money, 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 money. That's what it's about with these people. That's what it's about. They ain't for real. They ain't up for the sacrifice. They're not up for the sacrifice. You see, they're not up to be the real chosen people of the Lord. They ain't willing to sacrifice the ways of this world. They want to embrace the ways of this world. Creflo, ain't he always telling you niggas get money? You see, money is the key to everything. Ain't that what they all say? Now, I'm not saying you don't need money, but money's the end all be all with these people. So they ain't got time for no Lord and no God and no whatever they claim they believe in. No buying to it. Anyway, let me go and read these questions before we get out of here. Why are the Lord's true chosen people not religious or spiritual? Simply because the religious and spiritual people are not real. They're not real. Nothing about them is real. They all phonies. They phonies. And Amen is not dealing with phonies. The Lord, the true and living Lord, is not dealing with phony people, only dealing with the real ones, the righteous ones, the supreme ones, the ones who are the thinkers, not the believers, not the faithful. See, the faithful and the believers can be easily deceived, as you have seen. They could be easily duped and deceived. Anybody could come in and just get them to believe and give them some feel good, and they're going to just go with it. And so if you're that dumb to go with it, then how can you be truly people of the Lord? The people of the Lord are smart. They're intelligent people. The people of the Lord are thinkers. They are intelligent people. They are not believers. They're not faithful. They're not none of this nonsense. That's a bunch of BS. Why are they not? Why are they not? These people are not because, again, they believe. They don't think. Believers are not thinkers. Why do religious and spiritual people believe? Why do they believe they are? Because they've been brain stained by religion to teach that they are the true people of God, to create what? To create chaos and confusion. Because once you're going to taught these people about religion and God and the devil, it has been nothing but chaos and confusion ever since. Ever since the white man spread religion all over the place and organized religion, it's been nothing but chaos, organized chaos and confusion. That's all it's been in the names of these religions. You see, that's all it's been since they done spread it all over the planet. Right? So that this is part of their belief system. Who are the true chosen people of the Lord? The Amen race that's being gathered in this day and time, the true elect is spoken of in the book of Revelation. The book of Revelation is speaking about the Amen race being raised. That's the Lord's chosen people, not no Israelites and Christians and Muslims and all this other nonsense. No. Who is the Lord? The Lord is Amen. And that is our ascendants, the chosen of our ascendants, the continuation of the continuation of the continuation of our bloodline, mind, body, and soul.
So I'm gonna end that video right there, man. So if y'all ready to jump on and have this dialogue about whether or not our ancestors were spiritual or religion, y'all drop some fire emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, how about y'all hit the link that's in the chat? I'll give y'all 60 seconds to hit the link. I will give y'all 60 seconds to hit the link.
Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
On the track. A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled high, ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hot and black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the God to the gate. So when they say they fear God, now you know what they made. Choose song.
Peace, 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 and blessings to everybody in the chat. Drop the link in the chat, man. If y'all want to come on and have this dialogue, hey, I want to say support the channel, support the channel, support the channel. And you can support the channel by many ways. You can support the channel by hitting the like button, sharing us around on all your social media outlets, or also hitting the cash out at the tag at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, man, while we wait on a few people to pop on, you know, let me say shout out to someone who did donate and support the channel. Shout out to M. Stowers for the cash out donation. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know, I got to get my due diligence in and drop some fire. Shout out to M. Stowers for the cash out donation. All right, so I guess anybody want to hit the link. Like I said, I gave y'all my answer on it. I don't believe that we was spiritual, nor was we religious. Shout out to my brother Brown Wolf on the panel. What up, Brown Wolf?
What's up, big bro? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the chat. What's up, y'all? What's up, big bro?
What you got going on this Grand Rising?
Man, ain't much. Just doing some cleaning up, taking care of the dogs. My XL bully, my female, she done got pregnant again, bro.
Yeah, I seen you said that in the chat, man. So you got some more coming around, huh?
Yeah, bro. But I'm about to move, so I'm in transition. So it's kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But I woke up to that shit. I was like, oh Lord, I gotta figure shit out. But that's about it, man. And doing some paintings and stuff like that, you know, same artwork shit.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine, man. Like I said, I'm just sitting back in the cut, you know what I mean?
Nah, I just started some sketches for
I
you.
know you transitioning and shit, so you know.
Yeah, but I'm about to send you some stuff. I sketched you up some stuff, so I'm about to send it to you. Yeah, and then see if you like them. Maybe go from
Yeah,
there.
do that for me. Do that for me, man. So we got America's True DNA on here. Shout out to PG for the cash out donation as well. Shout out to the brother
Shout out to
PG
you.
chat. And also shout out to K Hampton. K Hampton also sent the donation as well. K Hampton said for the bill, for the fire bill. I appreciate that. You know, I think it's a conceptual bill, especially for the beginning of the week. Kind of get on this topic. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody's tapped in. Appreciate all the support once again. Shout out to PG and shout out to K Hampton. And
Yeah,
shout out to
y'all
the
support, man. Y'all support the bro. I'm gonna send you
appreciate
something
that.
too, AP, on my other account though. It's gonna be from a different name, but I'll
It's all
let you know
good, man.
on the back chat.
We
Peace,
appreciate all the
peace, peace to
support.
the
However you
family.
support, hitting the like button, sharing it, donation. We will appreciate all the support over here.
What's
You know
up,
what I'm saying?
America's Truth? What's up, bro?
Shit,
This is
shit,
and
shit.
this is all independent research too. You know what I'm saying? Shit that I be bringing to the table. Ain't no research team, just me. You know what I'm saying? Putting all this shit together. So bear with me sometimes.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to
Everybody
everybody.
support.
Hey, you know what I don't get about the topic, right? Well, not the topic, but certain things that's dealing with it, like when a family member go on Facebook and time about, can I get it? Well, they'll call you first. They'll call certain people asking for some money. They need this, they need that, and if you can't give it to them, they gonna go on Facebook and bash you, right? So it might be somebody out of the family that might send them the little $20 that they've been asking for. It's probably $10 or $20 they've been crying over. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they get it, they go thank the Lord. Because if it wasn't for the Lord, he wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? Your heart wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That shit just crazy to me. Like the person don't get the thanks, but the Lord get the thanks. What kind of shit is that?
I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'm short on my bills, and you come through, like, listen, I go a couple hundred on your bills. Thank the Lord. I'm like, motherfucker, I just gave that to you. That bastard ain't did shit for you. You
Hey,
see
but
what I'm saying?
they
Like, give
say
praise to the God.
the Lord made your heart like that or some shit. They told me. I
No,
said, what?
hell no. That
Ain't
motherfucker,
nobody.
your ass started crying, and I fucks with it. That's what really got me. All right, let's keep
Right.
it.
Hey, that same shit I be telling motherfuckers. I heard you cry. And I helped you out. You
For
go
real. Give credit to where credit is
me.
due.
Right. Y'all go thank the Lord every fucking time. Because if it wasn't for the Lord, then your heart wouldn't have been that good to even do this for me. Get that shit out of here. Yeah.
Wait.
Why he ain't helping the women in cheering that's out here dying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like he
mind control,
said,
bro.
the government is your provider, is your God. You know what I'm saying? So why would you furthermore confuse people when I give you money and go thank the person, go thank the government, which is a government ordinance department, which is God.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I was
I
just
go
finna
into
say
the
the government
religious and the
ordinance
spiritual.
department is the word God. That's why I be telling people when they get
Shout
their
out to Zoe
paperwork
Hustle.
together. Peace to the gods, man. Peace, Brown Wolf. Peace to Copper Grizzly, my brother. You
Peace,
know what I'm
bro.
saying? American Truth. But what I was going to say is the word God is the department. That's why when you get your status corrected and you standing and own your paperwork, you are God to them. They know that, but it's not something that you just walk around, get a chain, put on there, number one God on your chain. And, it's not like that. Like dude was saying, he was saying a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to AP for bringing that information because that opens our awareness again. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Yeah.
lot of things he was saying was some powerful shit, but then there was a lot of things in there that could be questioned. You know what I'm saying? Like the word Lord. That word Lord, when they use that word Lord, they don't realize that that's pretty much like the property owner.
Listen, this is what. Let me. Keep going. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to cut your wisdom. Keep going, bro. I'm gonna say something after you.
Oh no, that's all I was trying to get to point saying is like the word Lord is like the landlord, you know what I'm saying? So when, back in the ancient times when they were considered the Lord, they were like my bloodline, the stewards. The stewards is not our name. It's not it was a position that was crowned because of how they protected the land and stayed here to guard this shit. So the word the steward line The bloodline stewards, they are Allens, but they were considered and they got rank steward through Henry Allen, who was a king at the time. And so, because he had protected the East Coast and the adjoining islands in Barbados, they crowned him a steward. So Henry Allen became Henry Stewart, and that was King James the first grandfather. So that's why I be saying, like, when the word Lord and these other words, they actually mean a physical position. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is what I wanted to ask, man. My perspective, I like to bring perspective shifts and stuff like that. I wanted to ask, like you were saying, peace to the gods, and you were saying the Lord is like what you said is like a jail or something like that, or like something that confines them,
No, no,
or
Lord.
something
The
you're
word Lord is a position, like in the
a
military
position.
level.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a
what I was
status.
gonna say
Yeah.
is, do we think you know, the actual what you guys are considering a god to be, would that would that thing submit itself to even a term like God that everybody uses? You know what I mean? Like, would it, if it's all powerful, would it consider itself to be a simple term like God, or would it be something way more celestial or undefinitive than that? You see what I'm saying? Cause see, I feel like if everybody calling themselves God, I wouldn't call myself God, because what they actual has, as powerful as we're saying that thing is, I don't think it would submit to a simple 3-letter word like that that's used today. See what I'm saying? I think there's something way more powerful to call that thing, if we're gonna think about it being as powerful as it actually is, other than a word like God or Lord. Like you said, Lord's a position. I feel like God is as well. You know what I mean? So
Well, God. Well, the reason I say that though, because I'm
I
a
don't,
ride with you on that one, Wolf.
and let me
On
hold
some
on.
real shit.
Yeah, and
The word.
I want to say this: language is
Go
art.
ahead.
Language is not real. It's not definitive. Language is art. It's why you learn language arts, because language is just as good as a painting. Language is not definitive. So all these words y'all are using, some words you want to be, so not
And
you, but some words
some of the first languages was literally pictures, what we call
exactly.
Pictograph.
And I'm
Yep.
a painter, AP. You know I get that.
hieroglyphics.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hieroglyphics and
I'm a painter,
pictographs.
bro. So I never use words as like definitive things. You had to show me. I'm from the show me state. You know what I'm saying? But in real
Well,
life, you know what I'm saying? Language is not even definitive. So when you put you put limitations on certain words, and then other words you hold as like a truth in reality. But that's so when you say, when AP says, are we spiritual or religious? I'm thinking like, well, language is art. So
We're
whatever
none of that. We're
we're
exactly,
natural.
neither one of them.
We're
Yeah.
natural,
celestial, higher
and
energy. You
we're
know what I mean?
natural. We're nature, and we're advanced when it comes to this.
Right.
Yeah,
These are
that's
the things
exactly.
that best fits our attributes. Everything
Hmm.
we do is natural. Even the
Natural.
uncertainty part of our dwelling is natural. For instance,
Natural.
us not
Yeah,
knowing, us not knowing things is totally natural.
like animals.
It's part of
That's why
nature.
I said in the chat, are animals spiritual? I mean,
Hey,
you
I
gotta
got a
ask them that.
question for everybody on
So,
the panel, right?
according
This
to
question is a good question. Now, this question is: have any of you guys ever walked up to a religious person and asked them where do they fit in the Old Testament?
No, I haven't.
That will be the most shocking
Peace,
response.
copper color.
What's up,
But
Empress?
Oh,
but
peace to the goddess, peace to the goddess. But the
yeah,
reason I say that,
they place themselves always with the New Testament.
Hmm.
right? And guess what they would tell you? If you ask them where do they fit in the Old Testament, right? Because they do deal with religion and this Lord believing thing, right? You ask them where they believe, where they feel like they fit in the Old Testament. They'll say that they're the heathen. And when you look at, like, Wolf, that's good you brought that up about using the word God, right? The word God is not the creator. But you
Yeah,
ask a religious person, they'll point out the word God is close to the creator.
yeah,
Now, even to down to definition, the word God is someone that's highly intelligent, worship the deity, someone that's of great wisdom. That's
yeah,
what God means. It doesn't mean the person that pulled the mountains out the dirt and put the water onto the land masses, but that's what
yeah,
religious people are taught.
Well, just the concept alone is
Yeah.
faulty and corrupt in its way, because the way you even perceive it. Now,
Yep.
the reason I go back to the ancient ancestors, because these would have been some of the predecessors to what we what we're dealing with now. So as these people constantly observe nature naturally and work together with their common sense, right?
Yeah.
And adaptation, they was able to create everything that we see in physical form that ain't of nature as well, even though it's a natural process to creating it. So what I'm simply saying is there's nothing that we can do on this planet that ain't natural, that isn't nature, because there's nothing on this planet that is produced that ain't come from nature or something natural in its origin.
Yep.
We don't use nothing
Hey, Pete.
outside of this
Hey,
I've
Pete,
natural.
had
can I
that thought too,
can I
bro. I've
speak
had
on it
that
for a
thought too.
second?
Who was that? What's up? Realize what's up, Brody?
Hey, I just wanted to just put, my little 2 cent in, you know what I'm saying?
Hold
What
on,
I
shout
feel
out to the
like,
guy Realize, man. Hey, Copper Grizzly. I adopted Realize the other day to be my little brother, man. He sounds just like me. Go ahead, Realize.
that's
It's
funny.
that Michigan in you.
Hey, look, on some real shit though, man. We all nothing but a ball of energy, man. They made words for it, energy, soul, all that shit, man. But at the end of the day, man, your energy is what moves shit, is what push the needle, is what is that is and is always gonna be, man. We are energy, bro. Period, point blank. So
Yeah.
when we think about it in that sense, okay, if I'm a ball of energy, that means I can't be killed. I mean, I
Exactly.
know I'm in this vessel, right? But I know that the energy that I feel even inside this vessel, even as I'm talking, I can feel the vibration. That means that it's energy inside my body. So,
Facts.
you know, when I'm starting, look, y'all, I'm starting to feel a different way about things, man. Starting to see shit a little differently. I'm my brain is literally unloading shit to the point where I a lot of times I
Well,
don't come up here, y'all. I don't even comment on the comment, in the chat. I will literally just sit back and listen. And I'm starting to see shit differently, man. This energy is overwhelming, and we gotta understand that that's exactly what the fuck it is.
yeah, you tap
Energy.
in.
Period.
You
For
tapping
every
into.
action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. And I'm
You're
gonna end
tapping
off
in,
right
you're
there.
tapping into that energy, which is
Facts.
that inner vibe, that inner grind, that inner rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And what you're doing is you're just replicating what was already insisted in your behavior of foresight. Your name is Realize with 3 R's, so you're starting to realize. You understand me? And then you realize with your real eyes. You see what I'm saying? So you actually starting to
Facts.
see it for what it truly is. You see what I'm saying? And it's already replicated.
He realized where the real lies.
Right.
It's like
Hey,
when you say the energy is in you, that's a fact. That's the plain and simple way I put it. Like if a person has a heart attack, how do they bring that heart back to beating? They use what? They
a
use
shock. Yep.
electricity.
E
That
shock.
is what you are made of. Period.
Yeah, even when you're alive and you're near
Hey,
death,
Auntie Fire and
even
Ice.
even even when you on a hospital bed and you're near death, they got you hooked up to something that's checking your electrical pulse,
Pulse. Yep.
and then it's reading on the chart. You see
Fact.
what I'm saying? It's literally it's the computer literally manifests in physical form of what your vibration look like.
Exactly. And it's
Can
You
I
know
say
funny.
what? I
something?
have a I have a theory, right? I have a theory. And this is just straight up. This is just how I feel that, hey, I ain't get this from nobody. I ain't reading no book to feel this way. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you took us, all of us, I mean us, if you took our vibration and you killed it, this world would stop spinning.
That's a fact because we are the pulse.
Well,
We
this
are
Well,
the
earth is
heart.
not even spinning.
I was
You
going to
see
say the
what
world
I'm
ain't.
saying?
It's
Can
But
I
not.
say something real quick?
But do
It's
y'all understand what I mean when I
yeah,
say that?
yeah,
See,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
The
know where I
energy,
see. I was just
we're
putting it
nature.
into a simple space, you know, where everybody could understand what I was saying.
Well, I wanted to add to this. I want to
Nothing,
add to
nothing
that.
can exist without us, man. Our energy is everything, man. We make. Listen, we the heartbeat of this fucking world, man.
No, yeah,
Everybody feed off
that's
our
We
a
the drum
energy.
line, goddamn it.
Hey, that's a big
Everybody
fact
feed
because
off us.
without us, you wouldn't know anything existed. Like I said, you wouldn't see no building, you wouldn't see shit changing, you wouldn't see buildings getting knocked down, you wouldn't see nothing. Everything would just be a natural motive. You wouldn't even know what year it was, what time it was,
And
whether
we
it
are
was
the keep up of the planet.
5000 BC or 2024. You wouldn't be able to know the difference without human existence. We are the true measurement of time. Without us, time doesn't even exist.
It don't
Nope.
exist.
And
I
I
this
wanted
is
to
told
say
y'all
this too.
Because
Time
time
starts.
doesn't exist without energy. Time is nothing without energy. Time can't exist without energy. Energy is the foundation of everything.
Can I
that's when
say
I
this
said
real quick?
when they
I got some short to say real quick. You can have it after me, Empress. But we got to realize that our whole soul is the motherboard. Our whole body is designed with nothing but circuits, which we call veins. The energy running through those veins are cells, the cellular conductors. The plasma is the maintainer. Um, we got to realize, as being gods, we are supernatural. We're internally immortal, which the soul. Once we figure all of this out, we got to realize the main goal of what they're keeping us from is learning how to ascend. Ascend out of the body is when the real being inside of you leaves this flesh vessel. So the vibrations and all the stuff
And
that we
that's
do be feeling,
that's why I
we
want to get back into the original question: was our ancestors practicing spirituality or religion? And my answer to that is no,
nope.
because
No, we already were.
they knew
That was
the two
us.
things
this is
you
what I
need
want
to
to say. Go
realize
ahead.
is that knowledge of self that's your religion. Knowledge of who you are and
Yeah.
why you're here.
Exactly. Thank you,
hold on,
Auntie.
hold on, y'all. I want to allow a couple of the other brothers that just came on to answer that question as well. Shout out to y'all on the panel, man. Y'all dope. This is a dope ass conversation, man. Realize you sent some shit too.
Let's
So,
go.
I think Hope, did you answer that question? I think you just pretty much answered
Yes,
your.
knowledge. It's funny, AP, you played this because I just posted early this morning an image of a woman, a melanated woman with her hair standing up on herself. And it says, knowledge of self is my religion.
Right, right. And knowledge of self is only true observation. And this is how we came up with the concepts for everything that we use.
Hey,
Yep. Yep.
AP, can I say
I
something
agree
real
with
quick?
that.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I always
Absolutely.
say this, man. AP, you know who I am, bro. You know I stand on my shit 100,000%. And I'm gonna keep saying this shit right here. You cannot find God anywhere but in you. You can't find it in the text. You can't
Why
find
is
it in
God
the
real?
preacher.
Why is the
You
word
can't
real?
find it in the man. Hold on, let me get this shit out because I'm gonna keep saying it. You gonna find God within yourself because it's in you. You are the God, damn it. You got to look within yourself. Anything that you need to find, you can find it in you. I don't care what it is. If you are seeking anything, you got to look within yourself to find it. Period, point blank, mic drop.
And let's say this: why do we need to find God inside myself? I don't find God inside myself. So that's for whoever believes in that type of word. But like AP said, the original
See,
question:
I
do we
broke it
believe
down
in?
to be
Wait, one
simple.
second.
I just
Yeah,
broke it
I
down to be
figure.
simple.
Well, don't
Real
come up.
simple.
Let me get this out because this little stream of thought. Because I'm thinking, why do we need that type of word? You know what I'm saying? If the question is, were we spiritual or religious? If we were neither, I don't. I mean, I literally don't even call myself God. I don't use that word ever in my life. So, yeah,
It does mean
like
dog spell backwards.
you're right. It
Dog.
seems like there's like a conflict of mental synapses of like the reality stream. But mine, I don't use the word because, like we just said, are we spiritual or religious? I only found that word in spirituality and religion. I didn't find that word in my natural tongue. See what I'm saying? So
Respect,
That's why
respect,
they tell
respect.
you to be careful
that's
of the
all.
words
No,
that you
no, no
Respect,
speak.
bro.
respect, bro.
Yeah, respect.
That's
Real
respect.
shit. Real shit,
That's
Yeah.
man.
why they tell you you can manifest stuff with the words that when they say the sword, the tongue is you can literally speak things into your life, whether it's positive or negative. All that is energy. Anything you bring out your mouth is energy. So if you speak negative, you're bringing it into your life. If you speak positive, you are bringing it into your life. We are connected to the
Well,
cosmos, whether people believe that or not.
it's literally either you're gonna do or you do. Either you're gonna do positive or
That
you're gonna
part,
do
you gonna
negative.
do it or not?
You can do in both. And I wanna ask the brothers Threads 3000 and entire social booby the same question. Do you believe the ancestors in our ancient past was following religion or spirituality or no? And
My
that's the
my
question I propose.
my piece to the panel.
Shout out to my brother Threads 3000 on the panel,
What
y'all.
up,
Shout out
y'all?
to y'all.
My initial answer was spirituality, man. I'm looking at that like that's synonymous with the nature though. Like when you said natural, I'm like,
You
you
feel me?
can't never go wrong with nature. Like you can't
You feel me?
argue with that, dog. And like if I'm gonna be wrong, I'm gonna be wrong with nature. I'm like, yeah, I gotta rock out with nature every time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
You
system
see,
that's been
and that's where it gets between a hard line because people would like to say, "Well, nature is spirituality," but nature doesn't have a spiritual system or a spiritual energy that it's just natural. It just is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Either you know or you don't know. There's nothing wrong with either one. It's nature. It's part of nature. It's natural reality, and growth and observation is all part of that included. So saying anything else from a higher standpoint or influence caused this will be synonymous with God or any influence of.
Right.
Let me ask you, what does
Copper
spirit
Grizzly.
mean?
Let me get it after you, Copper Grizzly. I'm in the
Well,
1820.
hold on, big brother. So
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and land your plane.
I'm gonna let the brother anti-social booby go. Then you got it right after him.
Can I speak?
Anti-social booby. That question for you.
Peace to the panel, man. Peace to everybody, man. I really kind of had the same thought process as the brother that just spoke, man. And I understand what Big AP coming from, but I feel like the spirituality and the you know what I'm saying, not just self and I feel like they go hand in hand with natural science. You feel me? Because for some, just because I understand y'all like spirituality, like the universe, it really doesn't have a spirit, but at the same time, I feel like it does because we create that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like the community, the tribes, the ethnic group, we have you know what I'm saying? We
Energy.
have vibrations that create a spirit that's why you got that warrior spirit, that whole type of. I can't explain it. I can't just put my hand on it, but I feel like it almost go hand in hand. I get what you're saying
Energy.
about we got to understand logic. Logic is a must, but at the same
Well,
time, energy and spirit, that shit go hand in hand. You gotta have like it's, you know what I mean? Because our people, black America, us, we got a certain type of spirit. Ain't nobody else got that shit, bro. And that's not just natural. It's natural because it's our spirit. You get what I'm saying? So I feel what you're saying, but it's like it almost go hand in hand. That's just my 2 cents on it.
right.
That's because
And
spirit
I appreciate this. I appreciate brother anti-social booby. And let me respond to that real quick before I let the sister Empress Hover go. I respect that, but let me illustrate what I mean by we only acted in nature. Nature, at us acting and performing on what we observe through nature is what we have called science today. Some people would like to say nature and our act of nature is spirituality. I say it's science, and that's what shows everything. Vibration comes with different frequencies, different moves, different sounds, and different feelings. This is what you could equate to what people quote unquote call a spirit, but this is just your vibration, and each vibration is in tune for every place that your feet is grounded to. If you're on ungrounded wire, then your tune could be a little off. If you're around certain other frequencies, this could throw your vibration off as well. But once you're able to manipulate how you operate and vibrate and nature around you, this is called science. This is forms of chemistry, alchemy. These are what they call these
Reactions.
when you start to
Yeah,
manifest.
and I ain't want to cut AP y'all,
Hold
but
on.
that's why I
Hold
didn't
on, hold
come
on, hold
at
on,
you,
hold on.
AP.
Everybody, hold on. Copper got it. Then I got something to say because I got some good shit to point out. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
let the
AP.
Empress go.
I have two things to say. One is spirit means breath, means
Yep.
life. And that's what people, when the people say they're spiritual, that only means life. breath when they breathe the breath into you. And that's the reason why people came here to the Americas is because we are very vibrational beings. We are carbon based beings. We connect
The
to
deity.
earth. And people was dying off in these other countries across the waters. They was dying off until they at a young age until they came to the Americas. That's why they always somewhere near you because your vibration, when we can be like, God damn, these motherfuckers can't stay out of our face. They can't leave us alone. They literally gravitate towards us like magnets because that's what we are.
One thing, Empress, sis, you
And
got to
that's why
remember
they
energy
start
and
living long.
vibration
I
is
love you,
vice
Hold
versa.
on,
Auntie.
hold
So
on.
Hey,
when
Thank
you
you.
y'all,
say
hey,
You
mute
right.
up
energy,
You
one at a
right.
time,
Auntie
y'all.
right. Auntie right.
energy and vibration is
Auntie
life
right.
Hey,
also.
one at a,
Auntie
hold
right.
on,
Yeah,
y'all. Hold
but
on,
that's
Auntie
hold
why
right.
on.
they live longer though,
Hey,
y'all.
everybody
But
mute up.
that's
Trying
why
to
they
see
live
who. It was
because
two
they
people
moved
talking.
here with us. They was dying off early. First they was not even living this long until they came in contact with us. I relinquished the mic.
I
Okay.
appreciate that,
Now,
sister.
now,
I appreciate
now
that.
I get a chance to to crack open some new eggs right here. We got a whole
I'm gonna
dozen
go after
for a
you,
double
Brown
dozen,
Wolf.
right? So, Pete, now we got to realize that the word energy is us naturally. Now we talking natural, and I love Copper Grizzly bringing that up. Now the word energy is inner chi is really the inner she. It's the inner with the xi, the inner chi, right? So I'm gonna go to the 1828 dictionary to define why it's good to call yourselves gods, deities, all of this, because they know that's what they described you and your ancestors as. So, number one in the 1828 Noah Webster, it's a noun. It's from Old French, Late Latin, Old English. It says the state of being a god, divine nature. Number two, a god. Number three, a goddess, the deity of the gods. Then it goes to the word God. I'm going to go there. In this 1828, the word God, a noun, ancient English. It says any of the various beings conceived as of supernatural, immortal, and having superpower, special powers over people and nature, especially a male deity. Number two, an image that is worshipped, idled, idolized. Number three, a person or thing deified or excessively honored and admired. Number four, in monotheistic religions, the creator and ruler of the universe's internal, all powerful, and all knowing supreme being, the Almighty's.
The reason I would disagree with Webster's understanding or interpretation on nature is because he is not of nature. He is not of natural.
Or Noah Webster was a brown brother, bro.
I don't know about that. I thought he
Yeah,
was an Irish redheaded white man.
no. Noah Webster, let me tell you about him. He was Creole and French.
Yeah, see, I got seen pictures of him. That man pale in a motherfucker with red hair.
Mm-mm. He wasn't a pale man. That's the hijack, but it worked, So we believed that shit. But he was a brother. That's why it got bitch, it got hoe, it got slut,
And
it got
you know what's
pimp.
crazy, y'all? Is
Y'all
Hold
got
on, hold on,
check
pictures.
hold
this
on,
out.
cuz. Hold on, cuz.
So
Hold on,
y'all
hold on,
got
cuz.
brown
Hold on,
pictures.
hold on.
Hold on,
Hey,
let me say this.
app. The
You
reason I
got
say that app
brown
power,
pictures
it got
of Noah
listen,
Webster. I gotta see
listen,
those, bro. I
listen,
got to.
listen. This motherfucker 1828 got all of our slang words in it, bro. Remember Copper Empress was going over it? I can pull up slut, I can pull up hoe. I can man, I'm gonna go to hoe. Fuck it, I'm gonna go to
Hey,
hoe.
I just want to see that. So that's just for my own confirmation.
Yo, you know
I've
what's
been
yo,
studying.
Hell yeah,
listen,
I'm
I've been
finna
yo,
show
you
studying.
know
you on
what's
Listen,
camera,
crazy
nigga.
about
I've been
that?
studying Noah. I've been studying the 1828 Webster's dictionary for a long time, to the point I seen its faultiness in it. You feel me? And its
Mm-hmm.
corruption and its own interpretations of definitions within it.
You know it's a family called the Macalium and another family. They ended up buying the patents to this and started still using the word Webster on their shit, and they got their name beneath sometimes Webster on the side of Webster, and then on top of that, like the Black's Law dictionaries came out of this stuff, and we got to realize that that's everything that they did as a Renaissance was face off. They did a big old face off on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's man, this shit is it's fucking it's crazy.
Yeah, I believe that's what they manipulate you, man. I just believe none of them concepts of spirituality or what we call God was ever a part of us. We just adapted to nature, advanced, manipulated, and used our understanding of it.
And you're absolutely right, AP. Because guess what? I think for all of us, that shit was put in place for us to be docile.
Okay,
Period.
so
Point blank.
here's the word "whole"
They
right
want
here.
you to be nice and all that shit. Nicey. God
Hey,
said this
realize,
and God. I'm sorry, man. Look, go ahead, bro.
Now look at the word "whole" right here. It says "whole," an exclamation of pleasure, surprise, etc., or to attract attention. A hoe. This motherfucker is actually, man.
So the book taught you how to. Uh, so the book
No, this
taught you
book
how to
ain't taught me
disrespect
nothing.
a woman. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
this is
Because I got my mama, I got my sister, right? I would never think of them as a whole, even though we know that there is a whole shit going on out there. But I'm just saying, man, I
no
feel like the
realize. You seeing
Bible
what I'm saying
made us feel
wrong,
like
bro?
I'm sorry, bro, but I feel like the Bible made us hate our women, bro, and really just disrespect them and not
A
even
hoe ain't just
um
a woman, is what it's saying, bro. A hoe is a
okay.
man too. A man can be a hoe. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, off
That's why we
top.
call
Hell
them hoe
yeah.
ass
I
niggas.
was a hoe. I was a hoe at a point. When I was young, I was a hoe. Shit,
Where
I
are we
nigga.
going with this? This is crazy.
I'ma shut up. Y'all go ahead, man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna allow the brother Chief Holiday and Sister Soul to answer the question. Do y'all believe our ancestors was practicing spirituality or religion? I'll let Sister Soul go first, and Chief Holiday can go respond after that. Peace to y'all.
Well, yeah, peace to the panel, all of y'all. Great day, fullness and everything
Peace,
to y'all.
peace.
Yeah, I know. I'll say this from what I know. I know that they were spiritual people and that they actually considered themselves either a spiritual a earth spirit or either a sky spirit. They actually called themselves either a earth or sky spirit, which was their role here, because we all have responsibilities being here. So they believed that you either were an earth spirit, which meant you tended to the ground, you did a lot of like physical work, things of that nature, or a sky spirit would be the people that did the spiritual work in the tribes. They will also be the ones that did the medicinal work, the healing, the stuff. Like me, I'm basically me. I'm a sky spirit. I operate with the cosmos. I operate with alchemy by using herbs and things to heal and things of that nature. So I would be considered a sky spirit to our ancestors. So yes, they definitely were. This I don't know who want to question it, but I'm gonna say they definitely were, and I know that for sure. I'm
I
done.
appreciate your answer, Sister Soul. Well, just for the people in the chat, I did say I did not disagree. I said I disagree with them practicing spirituality and religion. That was my answer earlier to everybody in the chat that's maybe just now tuning in. Peace and blessings. Drop some fire emojis in the chat. Shout out to Sister Soul. That was a fire answer, by the way. Chief Holiday, that answer, the question go to you as well, brother. Go ahead. Shout out to Chief.
Hey, I want to say peace. Peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. Peace to the guys on the panel. Peace to BAP. Man, this good grizzly pack is fire right here, man. Sheesh. Hey, man, I want to say peace to everybody, man. Hey, shout out to Sister Soul. She, I just want to piggyback off of what she's saying. When you guys, AP is right, but he's incomplete about what he's talking about right now. So what I mean by that, big bro, is that we are looking at spirituality from their perspective. Even the word that we use in spirituality or even religion is not our words. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Like
I was
what
saying
we
earlier.
call, you know what I mean? So we the sister said is earth people. You know what I'm saying? The earth, what we're calling spirituality will be our culture. of remembrance, rites of passage, things how we remembered our ancestors, things how we passed our stuff down. So that's all entwined. The spiritual system, what we call in spirituality, will be all entwined. And this is an ancient practice, man. And all Abrahamic systems are taken from our shit. And that's why our people are resonated to it so much spiritually. And that's why it's hard for us to get our people away from it, even though they know it's colonization. But it has taken, it's only a periphery of our ancient spiritual system. Some people want to call it voodoo made up. Some people want to call all this other stuff. We are ancient people, roots. We've been putting this work in for a long time. So alchemy, science, and what we're calling spirituality are all intertwined in one thing. So I think it's all about terminologies and how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? We predate these people so long, it's just retarded.
I'm going to insert off of that. Shout out to your answer, too. That was a beautifully explained answer. And you might still be punch drunk from last night, Chief. You might need to go get that looked at. You might still got some knots on the side of your head from last night.
Drag.
I ain't even going to say that, but you might need to go get that look. You might need to see a doctor. But to get into this concept is, I agree. You know, I just believe that the terms is misused. Spirituality and religion goes hand in hand. These are concepts endured in a belief, and I believe that you're right. Our act of nature became what we call science, which is also natural, right? Became a concept to foreign other people that didn't even have this understanding. So an act of nature that we naturally did could easily become an indoctrinated religion foundation for anyone, right? If we naturally understood nature and we know the relationship between the sun and how air is and irrigation and how this is going to benefit us, right? Then someone could say, okay, these people constantly looking at the sun, they sun people, and they turned this whole act of nature into a religion. You see what I'm saying? Or these people sitting down to prepare their food, and they, you know what I'm saying, and they get ready to cut it, huh?
I was going to say, so would you say that our natural practices and culture became they programs?
Became they programs, and this is what
Which
they
we
call
call
spiritual
religion.
system. It's what they call religion in God, but what we called it, nothing. It was just a natural act, just another.
They took
natural
everything
act.
and
It was
switched
no
it.
different.
Hey, but we did though start having rituals though, brother. And based
Later
on like hold on. We're not talking later on. We're talking about like the winter solstice, the harvest festivals, and all these other things.
No.
Well, listen, later.
Are we talking practice?
What I'm saying.
That's
Let
when we
me say this right quick.
Can I say something? I'm sorry,
And those was passed down, brothers.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me say this. I'm gonna let Sister Soul go in because I know she want to get in on this. I'm not saying that they didn't eventually started having spiritual systems later on to try to mimic what prior culture. I'm talking about the foundation from which all these cultures would have later on concepts, because you can't say, oh, the Olmec and the Mayan, because you can simply see that they spiritual system that they practice was already at a height. So that comes from someone else. You see what I'm saying? They had a revere, that somebody that they revered. They had somebody who teach or taught them. We talking about the natural organic people who developed these concepts of science that we call irrigation, agriculture, chemistry. You see what I'm saying? Any form of act of science was a natural act. This was a natural act on the natural elements to do natural things to naturally advance their situation or environment. Natural.
Hey, brother, building pyramids and bounds, natural.
Shelter for yourself is very, very.
No, that's not what I asked, brother. That's not what I asked.
I feel like
that's teepees and huts and caves are shelter. I'm saying the practice or the culture of building. I got you. Yeah. The culture of building pyramids that are astrological, according to you, as well as
can I explain?
I'm trying to say is pyramid building a part of spirituality for the people culture, brother?
You asked me. Yeah,
that's my question.
You asked me.
Yeah, pyramid building.
I think it's
natural. right? It's totally natural. Matter
Like
of
ant
fact,
mound.
Wait.
hold on. I'm about to elaborate for you,
Okay,
and
go ahead.
this should
I'm a
be
mute.
very, 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 very explained in detail. It's so natural for you to have shelter, not a primitive shelter by digging a hole in the ground or finding a hole in a rock. That's not shelter, right? That's I don't know what you call that, right? But what we're calling people that looks at nature and natural environment, you can look at an ant, and a society of ants work together, and guess what they do? They build.
That's
You
what I
ever
just said.
seen
Ant
ant
mound. Yep.
columns? You ever seen ant columns? They go up in pyramidal style. This is a natural complex. This is a
That's a
natural
natural
element.
thing. Yep,
They go in
natural.
there
So we observe
and they work
ants.
in society with inside these colonies, with inside these ant grows. This is natural. This is nature. A lot of, and
We're
we can go
natural.
through
We're
other, we can go
natural artistic. Like
Birds
we're
we
build
can go
naturally
nests.
through other
artistic.
things that built other things similar
So
to our style to congregate, and you can simply see that this is not from no spiritual system. This is not for religious reasons. It's for natural reasons.
so building temples and just for you. So building temples and pyramids and mounds. Say burial mounds, a burial ceremony, brother. That's not a spiritual system in the culture, brother. Just the concept of having a burial mound and these people using all this energy to put these baskets of dirt and the technology of the clay to keep this pliable is and then honoring and having ceremonies on these mounds, brother. That's not a
Hey,
spiritual system, brother.
hey,
Well, I
Billy,
think it
I
goes.
can
I
respond
think
to
one
that.
second.
Bro,
I think
you
it goes back to what
man,
you
this is
said
getting
about
bad
it's
over here.
No, no,
Sheesh, I'm
no.
about to
It's
roll another
back
one
to
up.
what you
This
said
is
about the
crazy.
words, right? You said the words, right? It's about the words. So it goes back to
Uh-huh.
that. Are you saying it is spiritual or not? Because I thought the words
No,
don't.
no, no. I'm listen. Whatever that word y'all trying to use, because spirituality, I guess, came from the crackers. So y'all, we
Can,
Right.
gotta,
That's what I'm
can I
saying. So
y'all
it's
can I
gave
not
it to
say
them.
spiritual.
something real quick
So
Okay.
to
it's
just
not
No, I said a
spiritual.
answer
cultural
Billy?
practice. A cultural practice.
Yeah,
Rites of
yeah, definitely
passage.
cultural. Definitely a
Uh,
cultural practice for sure.
okay.
Hey
So
But
Billy,
not spiritual.
let me say
hold on,
this
though.
real
It's
quick.
pyramid building, just for the record, y'all, and temple building is that spirituality. Don't do all that religion shit. Is that spiritual
That's a
cultural
practice.
practice? Yes or no?
AP
That's
said
a
no. I
practice.
think.
That's a natural
Well, he's
practice.
wrong. He's wrong.
Hold on.
He's
Let me
wrong.
say something real
He's
quick.
still drunk
Now,
last yesterday.
hey Billy, let me say this real quick. Now look
I
at it
thought.
like this, man. When you got practices, natural practices, right? That's been passed down through your ancestors that you naturally grow up waiting for your chance to be old enough to start doing, right? You go into this hieroglyphic style of what we call tagging today. You go into all of this natural practices of what your elder brothers and ancestors left down for them to do, which is stone cutting and sound making. You go into practice and organization, which these mounds and a lot of those was used to run, which they call religion today, but was really law by word. So when they look at the word love and the word religion, you got to look at law first. So to be organized, you got to have order. And to be great at what you do, it takes practice. So what Copper Grizzly is saying is fact. It's practice and natural because these things were here before the ancestors, before those ancestors, and was just passed down. Now what happened was a lot of the distortion of foreigners coming here and all of that stopped the mental from exceeding practicing the same things continuously. That's why the pyramids and all that shit stopped being built and all of that shit because you can't continue practicing something with distortion of energy, which is the inner chi. So that's natural. Go ahead.
Hey man, so I want Sister Soul to go if I come back and smoke your boots, but the Sister Soul she was saying something before I interjected on AP because he had said something really outlandish, and I had.
Shit, you still push. I told you to go to the doctor, Kev. Get that looked at. Go ahead, sister. You got the smoke.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that when you think about it, it would throw this out there to y'all. When we think about how they changed everything, we think about these schools where they indoctrinated the younger ones that came up to put a different truth on them with the history of their lives or whatever the case may be, and all these different things. The religion being a part of that, right? With that, what I see is them taking the actual spirituality, right, because of the depth of it. And since a lot of us don't really get into it, we don't understand it or understand it because why most of it's been hidden from us, unless you were growing up in your with your family and tribe, and they kept a lot of the same practices. A lot of y'all have, but some people haven't. So the ones that did, when at that time, they were able to use that to find out everything about us. I'm gonna try to say it like real quick and like this. Basically, it was like they took our spirituality and they said, okay, this is what their spirituality is about. When they came and they looked like, oh, what is that? They didn't know nothing about spirituality. So when they see what spirituality is, they like, oh, it has these powers, it has this, it has that. They use it for this and that. So once they learned or understood it because they were around getting the information, coming back, mixing and mingling, getting the secrets of the people. Once they understood the workings of spiritualities and like different rituals and how different things happened or went on, they then in turn said, okay, now we can use this against them because now once we've gotten rid of the people of old that know these traditions to be their traditions, most of these people that we can try and knocked out or got out of the way in the areas where they were doing things to enslave and started excavating the lands and stuff, they can now make these stories a part of that and say, okay, now we're going to use this, we're going to use this information against them because we know that they have a spiritual nature. We know that we can affect them. Not only can we affect them with their spirit by moving things, we can affect their minds by using the education and the religion and the indoctrination of those things. So once we shift those things, we can shift all of the truth by the excavations of the land. Then we can use that spirituality to work against them when we create this medical thing. So now we're going to use pharmaceuticals. We start using these chemicals because we know about their alchemy. So now we figured out their alchemy because since we got that, we can start to use that to work against their body because their body is natural to the earth and everything that it pertains to. So if we use these things, we can go against them. Now we can work against their spirit, we can work against their body, and we can work against their mind. They're using the full trinity of our truth and our facts against us. Everything that our ancestors had, they used it. They've been holding it against us. Once now, just like recently, how they just excavated the Vatican. Where I should at? Because I know most of this from our ancestors. I want our information. I want it now. And it's like we be always on this stuff, but it's like since y'all got me into this Aboriginal stuff. Ain't nobody tell y'all to make these channels and make me start trying to see what's going on. And see, right now, I'm looking like all this shit they doing. I'm really tired because they got our stuff. Who got it? Where is it? We should have the right to demand that they release our shit. I want to know where's that? What are the documents? What 12 miles of artifacts, documents of our shit that y'all got hiding from?
Your mic,
I want
so
to know.
mic check.
That's what I'm trying to know.
Let's get a mic check. Let's get a mic check.
Hey, I definitely
hold on, Chief. Hold on, Chief. I want to insert a few things because there was a few things said, and I like the conversation, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on the opinion, on the panel. I appreciate all your opinions and perspectives on this topic. That's what it was for. So, like I said, back to me illustrating what I believe or what I understand to be strictly just natural acts of us progressing, which is science. I don't believe that we, like I said, really use no spiritual because I believe spiritual understanding comes with just belief. You know what I mean? The belief of something. And I believe our ancestors really acted on things with certainty based off of trial and error of just them acting. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeesh.
I just believe that nature performs in different lights. If we look at it as one standpoint, like for instance, us not knowing what our ancestors really truly practice is natural. That's natural. Not understanding and not knowing is part of the process. That's nature provides. Everything has air or breath in it. Everything needs oxygen, light, sunlight, food, even the plants, everything. These are not gods or people that's spiritual but guess what? we did borrow a concept from these same things that we have from us. We looked at nature and borrowed concepts because it's natural to do this. We look at certain things and borrow this that's natural to things. And I believe that's just what we acted on. You know what I'm saying? Because they observed it time and time and time again to the point where it was probability. You feel me? It was possibility, probability, and then it became certainty, which is knowing for sure. So, and that's just my beliefs. Shout out to everybody on the panel. That's what I understand it over.
Well, there's Sister Soul is hitting on some historical accuracy. Once again, they didn't bring anything here to us. They just manipulated, and then everything from all our cultural practices. They came in, found out what we're doing, and then remixed, singled it, and then gave it back to us like it's theirs. That's everything. That's including what y'all calling spirituality. We are ancient spiritual creatures. We've been here longer than anything that anybody can talk about. So when we're talking about science is what you guys are calling spirituality. They go one and the same. Agriculture, that's spirituality. That's science.
Why can't we just be the most advanced form of what nature?
But we've been here so long. I got you. Our ancestors been here so long. We still had to have ceremonies and stuff though to pass it down though. How would we pass this information down, brother?
Of what nature provides. You see what I'm
brother,
saying?
How would we pass? Everybody is not as observant, brother.
Do you consider yourself part of nature?
Absolutely.
Do you not consider yourself some of the most advanced vibration frequency part of nature? Do you not consider us as human beings, as the original people? And you compare this with trees, you compare it with monkeys, you compare it with a rock, you compare it with dirt. Are you not the highest form of this natural vibration frequency?
Bro, well, we manipulated rocks. We manipulated dirt. We manipulated the animals. We manipulate everything because we the gods. So we the gods or we're not the gods. See, once again, man created God. God didn't create man, brother. That's all made up. We been doing this. So once you said like honoring your mother naturally, you didn't need to get told. You didn't need 10 commandments for that. That's a natural thing, right?
Natural.
But once again though, rules and regulations had to be set forth. Okay, you already know. Is circumcision a spiritual practice, brother? That's just because everybody didn't do circumcision. So that's a spiritual system, though. How long? That's a natural way of life.
I don't think we have an influence outside of nature that's not natural. That's not of nature.
We're part of nature. You're separating spirituality from nature, brother.
Influence. Where's this other influence coming
we
from?
Wasn't cannibals. So is cannibalism is that a natural thing for us, brother?
Yes, I have to say
for some people.
Yes.
Oh yeah, y'all have to say it is. Okay, well, for a person that who understands spirituality and understands our ancestors, that's not true.
Not everybody vibrate on that frequency. Not everybody has produced that frequency to where they act on that natural.
Eating animals, eating another creature is cannibalism. So the same way you can harvest a chicken, the same way you can harvest other tribes of people to eat their ass if you need to survive. Because ultimately, if after you eat all the animals up, bro, if you don't have anything else to eat, you're gonna start eating each other. Huh?
Is animals of nature?
Yeah, so are people. We can if we have to survive. I'm eating your ass.
Do
what
animals
you mean?
Have spirits?
Yes.
Do animals eat up their own kind?
Okay, we're not animals. We're not the lowest form of animals, creatures. We're the highest form. We're the highest form.
Okay,
we're the highest form
of nature, a natural based off our vibrational frequency. So what I'm saying is this is not a spiritual influence dealing with us that makes us cause or act on anything. It's only natural.
It's just my belief system too. It's just my belief system, but I think we got most of what we know from the animals, like how you brought up the ants, right? So
I brought that up. Let me speak.
Ants, they have an underground world, right? And they also build mounds, which is underground, right? So now it's this I don't know what to call it though, but they doing like they making like shit out of ant mounds and shit where they put like hot metal in there, and then they They basically revealed the city, which is underground, that a mound is built on top. You know what I'm saying? And they pour this hot liquid, and it reveals everything of society that these ants done built. And you can see this in other animals, and I think this is why we was taking up the this is why we was fucking with the animals so tough, because it's other animals that we done took up on basically how to probably survive. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, we not animals, but we are. We killing each other just like animals. So I think that's similar right there. You know what I'm saying? Based off what he said, I think we are animals. Shit, because we kill each other just like animals. You know what I'm saying?
We're not.
Animals kill you.
We're nature. Everything's nature.
Hey, peace
Animal's
to the
not an
original copper empress.
Yeah, let me
Over.
say this real quick because I ain't been saying I ain't never. Animals aren't even animals to animals. An animal don't call itself an animal. Y'all got to realize, like, a bug don't call itself a fucking bug. An animal's not even a fucking animal. It's nature. It's a walking animation. So what AP is trying to say is that we're all walking animations on different frequencies that inhabit this realm. You see what I'm saying? And just because we call it an animal and say that we're not them, a lion says it's not a bug, but at the end of the day, it's all in the same realm of life right now on different frequencies. That's all I was just to
Hey,
redirect you.
Brown Wolf, would you be the one agreeing with the ants, right?
Well,
So
I brought up the ants earlier. I was saying think of an
But they
ant pile.
building is
They
similar
build
to
mounds.
ours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, with the mounds and then the underground, right? So
Yeah.
will we get ours from them or would they get it from us? Who was here first? And you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would think we get it
that's why I
naturally,
say,
like as a natural advancement of being on this realm. You see what I'm saying? Just like a bird in a bird's nest, they just learned it naturally, and then advanced that over time. You know, logically.
so you don't think ants watched us and was like, okay,
No, I
bet.
don't
Well,
think an
we
ant
watched
walked up and
ants
said,
and then we was like, oh, okay.
no.
It
No,
all
we watch
happened
nature.
naturally.
No, we watch nature, and that's how we learn how to do a lot of
Well,
things.
nature means natural.
It's
Nature
natural.
means, yeah. So what would you do naturally before watching somebody, bro? That's what
So
nature
my
means.
thing
Natural.
is, we
I mean, we have trial and errors
The
until we
only
see
thing, the
somebody else
only
do it
thing
right,
that,
and we
that
be like, "Oh,
separates
okay,
us
that's what I
is
forgot.
we're
Okay,
able
that's
to
what I missed."
observe, right? And we're able to look at certain things and use and borrow the concept. Most things of nature can't do that. A tree can't look at a motherfucking car and try to emulate the motion of a car. You feel me? A bird can't look at a dog and try to
Bro,
fucking bark like a dog. At least far as
that's
I know.
terrible.
I mean, it
Mr.
might be.
Jones, no, I
I
do
mean,
not
That's a
think we
terrible
learn from ants.
analogy.
No, I do
I
not.
mean,
AP,
I
I'm
do
just
got my.
throwing that out there.
come
You know what
on,
I'm
bro.
saying? It's a
Like
similar view.
you taking this a little too
I was,
far now, brother. Y'all taking this a little too far, man. Listen, man, we're ancient people. You can't even put a date on when we started, when this happened.
No, no,
Once
no, no,
again,
no, no. What I'm saying is,
how can you
What I'm saying
separate
is,
us from the sun and natural? When we're
What I'm
talking even
saying
this
is,
word nature,
what
natural,
I'm
what y'all get
Chief,
that from?
what I'm saying is we're different than most natural things. We're the highest form of it. And us able to observe and borrow concepts from nature helps us advance ourselves. Other things in nature don't do that. You don't see other things adapting to other concepts.
Okay, so beavers make dams, right? And
They
and
do on
birds make
different
That's
forms.
nests.
natural.
Other
where you
animals
think they
create
got the dams?
they
Where you
create
think they got the dams for and start flooding us out? They watch the beavers.
Facts.
and that's what I'm saying.
He
Was we
he,
watching
he
these
think the beavers
animals?
watched us though, y'all. He
right, but
think the
y'all think
beavers
that they
watched
just
us,
start watching a beaver in the
he
17,
think the
1800s
beaver
though?
watched us and then
No,
started
because we was
building
already
dams.
killed
He
No,
them
no,
think
back.
the
no, that's
ants
not what I'm
started
saying.
watching
That
us and
has nothing to
started
do with
building
spiritual. That has
pyramids.
nothing to
Come
do with
on, bro.
spirituality. What you deflecting to and moving the goalposts has nothing to do with us being
No, what
ancient
I'm
and
saying,
connecting that
Chief,
to the sun, brother,
what
moon and stars and the earth. What does that mean?
what I'm what I'm saying, Chief. No, they didn't. When it comes to the dams, we
Go
were
get that
building
little kid,
dams
Chief.
ourselves, and that's how we experienced ourselves by watching nature. They just came here and seen what we was doing and used it against us. That's all they did. Everything they have done was to do against what we was doing. We was operating with
Right.
nature.
But we
Let me see.
perfected
Let me ask you
nature
this:
though.
if you're
Long
natural,
before this cracker was created, y'all. Like we are giving them
Yeah,
too
we
much fucking
created the
credit.
cracker. We created this crap.
We manipulated nature, of course. But I'm saying though, they're not old people. They're not ancient. They didn't create shit that on this earth. We created it.
Of course
Why
not.
are we giving them so much credit then?
Nobody's giving them credit to creating nothing. All we said is they created religion off of your natural concepts. You saying that they
Right, but
borrowed
we
the
already
spiritual
had
system.
rites of passages and ceremonies long
saying
before
that
these
they
people were created,
borrowed the
brother.
spiritual system that was already in place.
That's
You
true.
saying we just acted naturally.
No, they took it like they took basketball. They took it like they took rap music, jazz, country. They're just taking our culture. So we were already practicing
This is modern
religion.
though.
I'm going to use y'all words. This is
not-
Sunday. Hallelujah.
See,
Praise the Lord.
What I'm trying to
Hey,
say
this
is
CEO pack is
we
good too.
honor
Fruity than a
nature.
motherfucker.
They watch us on the nature. We praised everything around us as far as what gave us our food, the earth, the breath we breathe in, which is spiritual, which is the air. So all these things, that's what they watched us do. But so they came into play. They took that from us. They couldn't see what we was conquering. In their eyes, they didn't understand what we was giving all our things.
Hey, do y'all believe?
They
Oh, my bad.
something that you can see, because we didn't need that. They came up with something giving you a man to praise, because we wasn't praising man. We wasn't giving our thing. Man didn't do shit. The earth, everything you got from the earth. That's far as your clothes, your food, everything was here. Sustainable was already here when you came into play.
Later on, the concept of man being credited and women being credited is because after nature done ran its course, like Chief said, I gotta agree with him. We had already manipulated it, and it goes back to us define what's natural and what's not. This is what keeps this nature going, because this is the only thing that's a fact in nature and science that goes hand in hand is change. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
So
but,
we kind of.
But brother, building monuments is not, and building these mounds and pyramids is not natural. Our people took their time. They wasn't slaves. So the people that they built these mounds for and then honoring had to be gods to them. Had to be, brother.
Did you know some of these mounds are natural? Did you know that? Did you know Snake Mound is actually a natural
what is happening around here? What's going on? This brother's really drunk, y'all.
They built pyramids because those are energy conductors, Chief, and
I'm about to get this Matthew pack in a second too.
We aligned that with the stars, with the galaxy. We aligned that because we believed in it. And all we did was build those energy conductors, and we did that to line with astrology. That's what we believed in. And when they said the angels fell, they was calling us, we was angels of light. We are the light barriers. We are, it ain't angels, it's angles, means angles of light.
Hey, for instance, somebody just asked the question in the chat: is the Olmec hairs natural? And you got to understand yourself. Every act that we do is natural. If you're saying that, what we're doing is not natural, where is this other influence coming from? And I'll mute myself. So if y'all saying it's not natural, everything that we do, then where's this influence coming from?
Bro, I'm saying building monuments is a part of our culture. That's a part of our spiritual, culture is spirituality.
Hold on, is building?
Would you put culture? Would y'all put spirituality? Press go if y'all put spirituality in culture.
Let me ask my question again. I want to make sure.
Yes, sir. Move the goalpost again, brother.
No, I just want to make sure we valid again, bro. We on the same topic. Is building natural, or is it other influence or spirituality or some sort that you saying? Is it natural, or is it natural to build, or is it not natural to build? And I'm gonna mute myself.
Natural. It's natural.
Well, I don't think it's natural, because we taught other people, like the Europeans, for instance, how to build, and this is the 1800s. 1700s, 1800s. So that's not a natural thing. So people can live in caves. People can live in mud huts. People can live outside. People live outside right now in 2021 outside in the fresh air. right now.
Chief,
Yes.
it is natural for those that were
Building ain't
naturally
natural.
they came with the plan.
But everybody's not
They're
only
not
builders.
natural. We created that. They're not natural.
My bad.
Hey, I
Hey,
can
man,
speak on the building
intelligence
category.
ain't natural, man, because your ass is hungry. You ain't building shit. Sorry.
Chief,
You can't think about building.
Hold on 1 second. Chief,
Your ass just want to hunt.
Hold on,
and
Zo.
eat.
Hold on, Zo.
Fuck.
Let me ask you this question. If building is not natural, right, then what out of nature or what is outside of nature that influence you to build? If building is not part of natural and nature, then what outside of that influence you to build?
Brother, I'm gonna say this. We are ancient people, brother. We're ancient. I do agree that everything comes from nature, but we are all a part of nature. So when we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about science. That's a part of our culture. Now, if anybody disagrees with that, and I know you don't, you just kind of, I don't know if you just want to debate or just have a, you know what I'm saying? But we can't have a circular argument about something that comes from the culture.
Is natural. So I'm saying building is natural.
Building is not natural though, brother, because there's people sitting outside right now in tents right now, or just out in the free air. I know I could go see somebody, take a picture of them right now and show you them sleeping on the ground, on the sidewalk.
Chief, you think building is
Just saying.
unnatural?
That's
You think it's
because
unnatural?
because the
Is that
government
natural?
won't let
No,
them.
I don't
one
know if
second.
that's natural.
You ain't never seen one of them 3-story high cardboard
Hold on,
mansion.
let me say something real quick. And y'all can have it back.
No,
Man.
I'm saying though that we have the ability, and I can show a video right now of making something just from the earth with no tools, shelters and stuff
That's
like that.
why
So
I said it's natural.
only carpenters and only scientists can do that, brothers. Everybody can't build. Y'all see when they put the motherfuckers on them goddamn islands, they be like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then some of them will be like, okay, let's take some trees down, let's do this. Some of us are different. We'll be like, okay, let's do this, let's do this. Let's set up some nets and make sure that we got some food so we can think and eat and start building some shit. But the first thing, before we do anything, we're gonna where's our water coming from and how the fuck we gonna eat? We don't give a fuck about nothing else before that.
Hey, carpenters, let me say something real short.
Has a gift.
And that's spiritual.
Everybody might not have the same gift, but in your DNA, everybody's DNA has something special about it. Where in your characteristics, I like to call it, everybody has something, a gift to bring when they came to this realm. They came with it. You might not be the builder, but there are people that had that encoded in them.
Encoded. I was going to say this.
Sit around and look at nature.
Well, I want to say something.
You watch nature and you started. There was a teacher, and nature was our teacher.
Not even that. It goes deeper, sis. Let me say this. It's short.
Just like somebody may not be good at drawing. I know there's people that's good at drawing. Everybody don't have that gift. Everyone has a gift, but it's up to you to tap into that gift.
Right. I want to say this real quick. I'm a master carpenter. That's by nature. That's by natural. That's by me seeking and using my artistic ability to build and create new things to build. It has nothing to do with outside of influence. What I've learned to become a master carpenter is by natural going forward. I didn't go to no school to do this. I sat around and practiced and fucked up a lot of shit. I watched people how they do things and learned exactly when they were finished doing it. I knew how to do it right then and there. It was natural for me to see people do it. I pick it up, I'm running with it, creating it into my own method. It's natural. To be a master brick masonry and concrete worker.
Who can draw. I'm literally seeing.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm gonna land it real quick, sis. I'm gonna land it real quick. The reason I say it's natural because everybody with their gift, when they find it, they practice it, they become a master. There you go.
Listen, I'm just saying, if what we doing and what our ancestors did was not natural or part of nature, then what outside of nature influence did they have to start doing it? That's all. Chief, any one of y'all?
Hey, my brother Lotus wrote a song called "Anybody Can Get It," right? And when it comes to this right here, man, like, listen, y'all cannot keep having a colonized mind. You cannot keep giving us the Europe. I'm talking about before these people.
No.
Let's go
I'm saying
10,000
our
BC.
ancestors created what we call science through
I got you.
observation, and it didn't come from no outside influence.
Okay, so when did that start,
And
brother?
it was natural for us to do
What's-
everything that we did. It was
Right.
nature.
So
It was natural.
when did that first natural thing happen, brother? For you,
When
what's
we
your
was
timeline?
created, when we was
I know
created,
because a lot of times when you're talking from the colonizer mindset. So I need y'all to know when did this start happening?
You want to
But yeah,
know? You want to know?
yes,
You
sir.
want to know?
I need a date.
Okay, well, according to my ancestors' day and what they recorded, for 477 octillion years. That's just what they recorded. Could be a little older than that, give or take.
I'm gonna put that on the pseudo side of the game. Y'all follow? We good
so
on
you
that?
don't believe in what your ancestors
No.
wrote down? You don't believe
I
in the
can only go what I can prove. I can only go what I can
You don't
prove.
believe in the stellates?
How do we pass that information down though from octillion, million, zillion,
They wrote it.
zillion
They
years
wrote
ago?
it down. It was records.
They wrote it down.
They
wrote it down. They wrote it down. Okay, so passing this down.
You don't believe in their records no more?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But did we have mantras and songs? Did we create mantras and songs?
Hold on. Do you want me to have a white man validate that for me?
Nah, you ain't gotta do none of that. I'm tapped in. I'm asking you, did we have mantras and songs? No, sir. Before we wrote it down, did we freestyle it? I mean, did we sing it? Did we have an oral tradition before we wrote it down? Yes or no?
Listen, since you don't believe that our ancestors,
you know what you're doing right now. You're avoiding this ass whooping right now. That's what you're doing.
Don't believe that our ancestors recorded history of 477 octillion
I'm teaching you on something right now.
Hold on. How long do you believe we've been around? And how long?
There's no date on it, so I'm not gonna come up with a pseudo date. There's no date on it, but what I do know is that we pass this down through rites of passages and through our culture. So y'all can call it spirituality, you can call it religion, whatever. But any religion that these people are practicing right now, anything that they are using right now, they got from us. That's our culture, aka spiritual system. Hey man, my work is done here today.
Hold on, Chief. You keep
Sir, no, you're arguing all this other stuff that don't matter, bro. That don't matter.
Culture
No.
doesn't come from a belief.
All right, this is my last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm done about this, right? Before they wrote it down, AP, did they have an oral tradition? Did they pass that oral tradition down before they wrote it down? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're done then.
Hold on. Let me say something. Watch this.
Do you know what the first and the oldest writing is, brother?
I'm about to go ahead and
You don't,
finish
do
you
you?
off right here. This is the
Finish
last
who?
little draw of this
Who?
backwood. Watch this. Now it's passing shit down
Let's
and
go.
observing and speaking and communicating. Is that part of nature? Is that part of nature?
Sir,
Is that natural?
No,
Is that
not.
natural to communicate?
It's unnatural. You're saying, Chief. Hold
on.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. He's missing words. We've already said that what we're doing is natural. It comes from the earth. No. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. You're confusing everybody saying some stuff I'm not saying. That has nothing to do with this coming from our people. You went away from the whole
spiritual
premise.
system or influence outside of nature. I'm saying everything that we do is natural.
Let's call it a cultural system. Let's call it a cultural system.
And passing shit down is part of nature. You're saying it's a spiritual system.
No, I said it's a part of our cultural system. Don't say spiritual system no more, because that's confusing everybody. They're thinking about King James. No, bro.
I'm saying it's all natural.
Bro, I'm gonna mute again and then let me talk.
Our culture
right,
is natural. Even our culture is natural. Even our culture is even natural, bro. You feel me?
So so coming up with math and science, that's natural?
Yes.
So, God. So once again, we've already proven that building shit's not natural, bro. Because you need math and science to build stuff. So what are you talking about? Hold on. And I'm gonna also prove with linguistics that you're wrong, brother. Everything that you're saying is wrong. What? Bro, what you're saying is dead wrong, bro. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. Everything you're saying is dead wrong. You ain't kind of wrong. You all the way wrong, bro.
Hey, hold on, Chief.
I'm not trying to hear shit.
Have you ever heard of a school?
I'm not even, bro. He's not even listening to that because he talking about some stuff that I'm not even talking about. Naturalness? No, we're not talking about no natural. We're not talking about shit. We're talking about if we got until a million years of cultural practices. This dude is not telling me about some King James spiritual system and religion, bro. We're not doing that. So we cannot do
It
this.
don't matter
Or we're
who.
not having
Listen, it doesn't
we're
matter
not
what
agreeing. You're
man.
not agreeing with
Listen,
me and
it
disagreeing at
doesn't
the same
matter
time. That
what
can't happen,
man
sir.
that came up with this spiritual system. It could
Man,
be spiritual system for 3,000, 4,000 years ago. Nigga, is it nature or is it
no,
natural?
but they still took that from somebody, bro. They
No,
still
no.
got that from
Hold on, hold on,
somewhere.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm saying it's
Hold
natural.
on, hold
We're
on.
not
Us
disagreeing.
building.
How
Hold
does
on,
that
Chief. I just
disagree
want to make
with
sure we
because
got
we
this
saying
clear.
that our
I just want
spiritual
to
system is
make
natural?
sure
How
we got
does
this
that matter?
clear. So building came from somebody else. We learned this from somebody else.
No, listen, brother.
Where do we
I'm
get
saying that
building from if it ain't part of
but
nature, Chief?
Zoe got that passed down to him. Somebody passed
Where did we
that
get
ability,
where do we get building from if it's not part of nature, Chief? Can you
bro.
explain
That
that?
comes from our culture.
So
That comes from our
building is
culture.
part of culture,
Bro,
and
listen.
culture is not
Apparently,
part of your
everybody around the
natural.
world
Oh,
cannot
okay.
come up with this because in 2021, even with YouTube, these motherfuckers can't get plumbing in a lot of these
Chief,
countries,
everybody's
bro.
not natural.
Come on, y'all. What are we saying? So that means that this is not a natural occurrence.
The same
What
thing,
are we
Brown
saying?
Woman.
This is
Everybody's
we
not
are
natural.
gods. This is a
We
Chief,
God-made
created
hey,
this.
occurrence. This is not
We created this
man-made.
shit. So
Chief, 1
just
Man
second.
can't
Hey,
because
do
we
Chief.
shit.
created it,
Hey,
Chief,
hold on.
Yes, sir.
they're not natural. We talking about the natural beings. We're not
Yeah.
talking
Nah,
about the
that's what I'm
people we
saying. Like
created
he's
to
mixing
keep
up
in
stuff
here.
because he lost this yesterday and he's making up some other shit. I'm not talking about no natural nothing. Let's don't talk natural because once again,
Chief, you got
y'all
spoke
got
bad
words. Y'all don't even know what
yesterday,
that
Chief.
means. No,
Seriously,
we're
you
not.
got
I'm
spoke
not
bad.
debating no more. It's over. This is over, dog. What you're saying is that
Okay,
we
no,
got
no,
this
no.
shit
This is
zillions of
listen,
years
That's
ago.
your
Chief,
thing,
How the
Chief.
hell
Well,
is you
this is
talking
you
about?
coming
What
in
is
with
you
your
talking about?
goddamn belief.
Chief.
That's why
No,
you
You
I'm
blowing
coming
the
saying
in
we're
with
not
your
gasket
talking
damn
about
right now.
beliefs.
belief.
Chief,
We're
you
not
blowing
talking
the
about
gasket
beliefs. We're
right
talking about
now.
where it
This is
came
not
from.
Chief,
Where did
this
it
is
come
not
from?
Hey,
this is
Chief,
not
where
you
it
blowing
come
the
from? If
gasket.
you know it all, you
This is
tell
what
us
I'm
where the
talking
hell
to
it came
AP.
from.
AP is talking about
Teaching
natural. We
segment.
already is established
Now
that
you're
everything is
learning,
natural.
Chief.
How
I'm
do
gonna
we
teach
argue
you.
that?
You
It's
said it's
natural.
How
unnatural,
we
but you
argue
said
natural?
unnatural. Oh, Chief, you said unnatural though. You the only one that said
No, no,
unnatural.
no, 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 brother.
He asked you
Yeah,
first
Us
he
time.
said
building,
he said us
us
building is
building.
not natural, so it
I
gotta be
got you, brother.
unnatural then.
So go
Brother,
ahead, Chief. Go ahead, Chief.
if us building Olmec heads, if that's natural, then everybody would have had these heads all over the world,
No,
brother.
So, wait,
listen,
Excuse
the
me,
AP,
first
1 second.
listen,
excuse
the
me.
Everybody
first
is
Brother,
not
You
the
said
people
that
fucking
that's
out the
natural.
same.
You
What
said
the
that
primordial
building,
hell?
waters,
carving these Olmec
listen, the
heads
first
is
people out
natural.
the
That's what
hey,
primordial
you
hey,
said.
waters will
hey,
be the
Chief,
ones
what's
building.
unnatural?
No.
The
Now
first
you
out the
messing up some other stuff,
primordial
bro. No,
waters.
just accept this loss.
But no,
Accept this L,
Chief,
dog.
listen,
Don't
Chief,
keep
just
making
tell us.
shit up. And now you got all these other conversations that don't need to be had. Everything is natural
No. Let's
first.
get back
We
to it.
agree.
Let's get back to
You
the
The
said
room.
ants
You
build
going
everything
on
is
pyramids
natural,
first.
but
We're
then
done.
building is
Ants
you
build
going on
unnatural.
a
pyramids first.
long
You're
chill.
good.
You going on a
I got you.
long rant. Hold on, chill. You don't gotta chill.
What?
You going on a long rant. What I'm saying is building part of nature? Is it natural to build? You
Oh my
said, hold
God.
on. You said it's not natural to build.
It's not.
You just said everything's nature, Chief.
No. You just said everything's nature. So why would we already agree that everything's nature? So everybody is not naturally building because if they was, it would be shit built everywhere. They
It
can't
is
build
shit
because
built
they don't
everywhere.
have the ability.
It is stuff
Oh
built
Oh
my
everywhere
yeah,
though.
God.
because Americans took it there, sir.
So it's stuff built everywhere.
Oh my
Everybody's
God,
not the
why are we?
fucking
Okay,
Hey, can
same.
I ask you a
see, we
question,
having
chill?
another conversation that we're not having. Okay, listen, is building spirituality? Yes or no? Is that cultural spirituality?
No, it's
I need a
natural.
yes or no.
It's nature.
No,
It's
it's
God
natural.
natural.
damn it.
It's
God
natural.
damn it. We've already said everything is natural. Do y'all see what the problem that y'all having right now? Everything is natural.
Hey, so
Everything is
listen, let me
natural.
ask you this, Chief. Let me ask you this.
The ants
Because you
built
keep
pyramids first. That's
you keep
natural.
going
So
on
let's
these
get
long
back to the
rants. I'm just
question at
explaining you
hand.
something real quick.
Okay.
Listen, birds build nests. That's building.
Oh my
Beavers
God.
build dams. That's building. Woodpeckers peck a motherfucking hole inside where they can live in. That's a form of building. So when you say it's not natural to build, that sounds absurd to me. When you watch your ancestors not being taught by anyone, not being influenced by anyone, but
That's not what I said,
manipulate
brother.
matter into whatever
That's
they
not the
thought that they
debate.
seen
The
around them.
debate is
That is
not
all
about
part of
is building
nature,
natural,
and
brother.
it's
That's where you
natural.
start moving the goalposts. goalposts. We're getting back to what we're saying. Is spirituality a part of our culture? Yes or no? We're not talking about building. Those are examples of spirituality
No, but
and
Chief,
building.
you said that
I
it was
got
kind of
y'all, but let's
weird.
get back to the
It was
original
kind of
premise
weird
because
when you
y'all
said
right now
that.
is arguing about something I'm not arguing about. I'm not arguing whether or not building is natural. That's not what we're doing.
Can we
Like I
discuss?
said, bums are living on the street right now without no motherfucking nothing. So that's natural for them. What are we doing?
Because it's not what you believe, or
Bro, I see
listen to
bums do the
another
most
opinion. I'm
creative
just
shit
gonna
I've
ask you
ever
a
seen in my
question,
life, bro.
Goodness gracious, what's
Bonds be
going
building.
on?
They be
Go ahead,
I
building.
sister.
can't
So
ask
you
you
got
a
the
question,
flow.
bro. You
You
say
got the
only
flow, sister.
builders.
So
Now,
everybody
builders
mute up.
mean you're
Sister Soul
building
got
on
the flow.
something. Everybody coming to the plate with some shit. Now, come on, bro. What's going on? Can we build or what? Like this feel like connotation, and I'm just trying to ask you something on what you're saying. Is that okay, Chief?
Your mic was going out, sis. Say it again.
I don't
Okay, I'm
think
gonna
Chief
ask
can hear when he's speaking, y'all. So everybody mute up. Go ahead, so you kind of low too, so but you got the floor.
Okay, let me try to turn up. You know I'm having a problem on this phone. Damn it. I'm on the speaker. Is this a little better? Can y'all hear me now?
You
You can
good,
hear
man?
me
You know
now?
your voice so soft and sweet, and you are then it's real low, so we can barely hear you, sister. So it's like a
It's
little
good.
whisper in the background saying, "Hey," you know what I'm saying? But we can hear you.
You good now, though, sis. You
You
good
know
now.
what? Okay, I turned it up. Okay, what I'm saying to you, Chief, real quick, Chief. Now you're saying it's not spirit is not is that what I first wanted to verify before I clarify something. Are you saying that spirit is not natural? And you're saying that it's made up and it's something that these people have given us as far as something to deal with. Is that what you're saying, Chief Holiday?
No, I'm not saying that, sister. So me,
Okay.
you, and original Copper Empress Hobart on the same page. This brother right here has to
Okay.
move the goalposts and got us arguing about some shit that I am not arguing. I'm gonna say this once time and one time only. Everything is natural. So we don't have to go back and forth and say whether or not this is natural or not. But building does not come from everybody. The Europeans did not build shit. I use that as an example. So we're not getting to whether or not
Hey,
omic structures or
nature
this and that.
naturally
Hold
separates
on,
people
brother.
where they
See,
go
this is
do
what
what
happens to
other
me, y'all.
things do. Listen, hold on, Chief. Let me
This is
say
why
this.
y'all got to
You keep saying
I
you keep
teach this on
saying
my
why
channel,
other
bro.
things, why other
Everything
natural
is
beings
natural,
is
bro.
not doing
Everything is natural.
another.
Everything is
Listen,
natural. Everything is
listen.
natural, brother.
I know that. But let me say
But
this.
that's not
What
what
you're
we
saying
arguing. We arguing is
I
spirituality a part of
know,
our culture? You
I
said
know,
no.
but I know. Let me say
That's
what I'm
not
saying.
right. That's not accurate, brother. But I'm saying
Chief,
I cannot
I know you want to get
articulate
your
my
point off
point
because
right.
it's hurting you. But listen, let me say this right quick. What you keep saying is everything is natural, but building ain't natural because everybody else ain't doing it.
I'm not
Well, guess
saying that,
what?
brother.
A
I'm
fucking
not saying that.
goldfish
That's
is
not what I'm saying.
natural, but a goldfish ain't doing what a monkey do,
No,
and
no.
they
That's
both
not the
natural.
debate, brother.
So
See,
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying
saying that
is
you're taking the debate somewhere.
nature
I'm not saying
comes
none of
in
that. I'm
different
not saying none of
forms.
that. I'm not saying
The
none of that.
only
So
thing
can
that's
I?
consistent
Okay,
with
go ahead once
nature
again,
is change.
bro. Sanchez, brother. I got you. I'm not saying none of that. What you're saying. I'm saying that spirituality is natural and it is a part of our culture. That's what the debate is about, brother. It is not about the examples, and we got to get all into the examples of what we're talking about, brother. That's not what we're talking about. Go back to the original debate. Is spirituality, you said religion, we're not going to use religion because that's new. Is spirituality our culture? And I'm saying that if that sun is
No,
natural,
I'm saying, and let me explain.
sun, moon,
I'm
and
saying,
stars is all
I'm saying,
natural,
hold
and they
on,
all
Chief.
according with the
Hold on,
earth and
Chief.
our
Hold on.
bodies, brother. That's
Hold
natural,
on.
brother.
I'm
What are we
saying that
saying?
no, spirituality is not. I'm saying science is part of our culture, and
Okay.
that's natural.
Right.
That's
So
what I'm
this is
saying.
the debate, y'all. This is not the other stuff is not the debate. What he's saying right now, do y'all agree with Sister Soul and everybody on this panel and everybody in the goddamn chat room? Do y'all agree with
Sister
what he
Soul,
just
do you
said?
believe science is natural and part of
And we're
nature?
not saying science, brother.
No, that's what I'm
Spirituality.
saying, though.
Bro, you moving the goalposts again. That's not the debate. Because I'm saying science and spirituality go hand in hand. Well, we could talk about that, but that's not the debate. The debate is spirituality a part of our ancient culture, brother? That is, and you saying our ancient culture goes back
No,
kajillions of
it's
years.
not.
Hold on. Right. So everybody on this panel and in the chat room disagree with you, AP.
No, I don't
Nobody
disagree.
agrees with you. There's
I
no
don't
motherfucker
disagree.
in here that agree with you. I've
Actually,
been watching the chat room.
actually,
Nobody agrees with
Chief,
you,
you're inserting. Let's
brother.
ask. Let's get a
Ask
poll. So
them.
mute
Ask
yourself. Look.
everybody. Get the
I know
poll.
you
I'll
got to
mute.
mute. You got to mute. You got to mute. How many people agree with Chief, and how many of people agree with me? This is for the panel and the chat. It's just that simple.
I don't
Hold on.
trust none of you
Be clear.
niggas.
Hold on. Be clear about what you what we disagreeing on, brother. Tell the people what
That's
you
why I
disagree
gotta
on.
ask something,
Please.
AP. Please. Okay.
Please, AP.
Now, I hear what you're saying and I hear what you're saying. I think I was a little confused at first. Now, you're saying that the science was our culture, period. It had nothing to do with spirituality at all. It was all about the science. Our people only dealt with science. That's what you're saying, AP.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, and Steve, you're saying that our people only dealt with spirituality, or basically that was their base, and that's basically what we are, right? Right, Chief?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
What you're saying that our people come from spirituality, or they dealt with spirituality, and you're also saying what that was like rituals and stuff like that. That's what you're saying, right? The burials. I heard all that.
Absolutely.
That is naturally
Okay,
saying.
Solstice,
He's saying it's
rites of
natural.
passages.
right.
Well, no, I'm just saying though, right?
Wait,
So when we
I got
talk
you.
about
Since
these
Hold on,
harvest
bro.
festivals and
since
stuff,
science is
I got you,
synonymous
Chief.
with
Hold on. I'm
I
trying to
got
ask
you.
you.
Organizing these things is not natural, brother. Building these pyramids is not natural. That's a spiritual thing. So honoring our ancestors in a burial ceremony, once again, it's a ceremony. If it's a ceremony and it has significance to it, I rest. Hey man, this is not a debate.
Hey, Chief,
Remember I said I don't debate, I teach?
spirit
Remember I said
means
that? This is
breath,
not a debate.
sir.
Excuse me?
Spirit means breath, sir. That's
Which
all it means. Breath, life.
spirit could be go under science then. If spirit means breath, the origin of spirit is breath. Breath
It
goes
means
under
Hey
life.
brother,
science.
I've already said that as well. That
Spirit is breath
science is
and word.
spirit
So
and,
that
and
means science
spirituality go hand
predates
in hand.
spirit. That means science predates spirit then. If spirit means breath.
No, science do not
9.
predate spirit.
Does it not
No.
predate breath?
If spirit means breath, breath predates the word
Yeah.
spirit, sir.
The science that we dealt with is different than the Germanic science is being done today.
I think
Facts.
spirit is
Our
a good
science,
explanation, but science is the
but
actual doing of
our
life.
science
So
dealt
science
with
is the
nature.
false
Did
practice,
y'all get that
man.
poll
Breathing
though?
Hold
is
on,
Did
let
y'all
me
get that
say
natural.
something,
poll?
Chief.
There's
Let me say
never been a
something.
time
I
that
can
we
have that.
didn't
Did y'all get
breathe.
that poll?
You
Did y'all
understand
see the
me? This
poll?
is part of
Let's
nature.
go, please.
Breathing is part of
I
nature.
don't want to hear none of
No,
that. You and not a coincidence. That's it, sir.
I
Let
think
me say
spirit is
something
about
real
belief
quick.
and
You got
feeling,
it
but
back.
science is actual fact.
spirit means breath.
Bro,
That's all it
science
means.
is
It means
actually to
life.
contradict
Sir,
our
Nature.
natural algorithm.
y'all can make
Hey, hold
all
on,
these
y'all mute up right quick.
cracker terms up. That don't matter.
Hold on. Everybody mute up. I want to get a poll from the chat. If you agree with Chief Holiday, put a goat in there. Shout out to my brother Chief Holiday. If you agree with me, put the grizzly in there.
And if anything else, look up what breath means, y'all. It means spirit. Spirit means breath.
And
I
we'll take a
want,
30-second break for that. We'll be back in just a second, you guys.
Damn, I'm about to say something.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in
Peace,
the
peace.
chat.
Okay, let me jump in
I
right
just want to
away.
say
Real
one
quick.
thing. I just
Okay.
want to say one
Let's just the
thing.
cell go,
They,
bro. Let's just the cell go, bro.
Wait
We've
a
been
minute,
trying to
bro. Come on now. You know I was trying to think for the longest now. Let's do this.
go
1
ahead. Go
second,
ahead,
please.
sis.
Okay, thank you, bro. All I'm saying real quick.
This
I
ain't no
think
confusion. This is just a friendly debate, y'all. Don't
right,
take it
that's what I'm
personally.
saying, bro. I don't even think it's a debate. I think it's a confusion on what y'all saying. That's why I was listening to what y'all saying. I just want to see if I'm clear. It sounds like y'all trying to separate it. It's what it sounds like to me, and that's where the problem is coming in. It's really no separation when we think about dealing with the spirit, right? And then you think about the science that our ancestors used. It really was the same thing. They used the spirit with the science. It was all in the same thing. It was all alchemy. They dealt with the
There
essence.
you
They
go.
dealt with the earth.
Right.
They dealt with the spirit. It was a blending of the two. That's why they were earth people,
And
and
that's
they were
science.
also sky spirit.
That's actual
Exactly.
science. And
Exactly.
And
that's
let me say,
natural. And they
hey,
did it
let me
naturally.
add to you, sister. So
You
I'm
Oh
gonna
see
my
what
add
I'm
to you.
saying?
Keep
y'all are
going,
can
sister.
I
something
can
So
I go?
let me add to her. Let her keep going. But let me add to her.
else.
That's
Why
why I
you
said
finished?
the
Y'all got
science
it.
predates spirit because spirit is explaining a part of science.
Can I say something, man? I've been waiting to say
Let
just
the
one
sister
thing. I'm
keep going.
finna
Keep
get
going,
off the
sis.
panel, man. I'm finna
Yeah,
get
You
I've
off
got
the
the
been
flow
waiting
panel.
right after
too.
Sister Soul, Zoe Hustle. I got you.
Go
Right
ahead.
after Sister Soul, you got the flow.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna just say it real quick.
You're a
That's
little low
really
again, sister.
that's really the gist of it, bro. I be forgetting I plug this microphone in. That's really the gist of it.
You
It
good
really
now.
is that y'all kind of battling like this predate this predate that. Y'all cannot. Let me say this. There is no debate because you cannot battle that because they are both one in the same. Y'all trying to use descriptive terms.
Hold on.
This thing has
Before my battery dies, hold on, my
Go ahead,
battery
bro.
about to die
Go
real
ahead.
fast. I just
Yep, you got it.
just want you and the original Copper Empress of Hobart to know that that's what I'm saying. He disagreed with us. He's not debating. He's debating against what you're saying. So I got a dev. My battery's literally about to die. But do you? Am I saying something wrong? Am I classifying what?
They agree with you, Chief. Let me explain my point.
They agree with me. Okay, so y'all agree. I'm not debating y'all. I was debating him.
Chief,
He
hold
moved the
on. Let me
goalposts
explain my point.
and
But it's
made
no
the
debate, bro,
confusion.
because I agree with AP as well. I agree with both
I want
of
you to hear
y'all.
this before your
No
phone die,
debate.
y'all. So let me explain what I'm saying. What I'm saying is naturally you look for concepts
He's saying
to
they're not.
better yourself.
That's the problem.
Damn, Chief, y'all know you don't want me to get it out. All right. Because you understand me? And I don't believe I can't even get one word out there. Naturally, we do things, right? Naturally. This is natural. This is part of nature. You feel me? Everything in nature produces something, right? They manifest as something. We're able to manifest a lot of things, and this is through observation. I don't believe this is spiritual because spiritual deals with belief. I believe they dealt with certainty. You see what I'm saying? What science built off of fact, law. You know what I'm saying? It gets rid of theory, which is concept or belief. You feel me? It only deals with the actual fact in the science. Nature, natural, science. You understand me? Watered down versions of it is spirituality and what become religions.
Okay,
And let me
so
say, AP,
no,
and to keep it
hold on.
going.
I got the floor, cuz realize. Hold on, B. I've been waiting to say something, bro. I've been
I just
waiting
wanted to help.
because I'm gonna get off myself. But
When y'all
now,
get
what I want to say is,
Not
both of
slide
you
in that one
guys
time.
have. Hold on, bro. Both of you guys have such a strong, valid point. But one point that I disagree with you, AP, about is the word science, because you know yourself, alchemy exists before science. But the reason I brought that up is because we got to let go of science because that's contradicting our natural shit. So when you're looking at science, you're looking at DNA and all of this new shit. When we're looking at alchemy, you're looking at all chemistry,
Oh
all
no,
biology.
we're not talking about no
Alchemy
damn.
is natural science, though.
Hold
No,
on.
no,
Hold on.
See,
Let me hold on. I'm not talking about no damn DNA. I'm talking
Modern
no,
about
time.
no,
when
no.
you
I
take
know you're not, AP. I'm not. I know you. Go ahead.
hold on. I'm talking about when you take that element, right? When you take the oil from inside of a clamshell and you mix it with copper, do you know the reaction that it happens? This is alchemy. When
Right.
you able to pH understand what a pH balance is, because once you understand pH balances, which is level of natural elements, gives you different things. This is alchemy. You understand me? The
But
blending
the
or
reason I
mixing
say
of
that, AP,
natural
let me finish.
elements. You see what
I'm
I'm
not
saying? I'm not
disagreeing with
talking
you
about no
saying,
damn
listen.
DNA.
Hold on. No, no, no. I'm not saying that, bro. It was a point before you cut me off to why I brought this word science up because this Johnny come lately. Now the alchemy goes past just metal, our metal bending, and actually alchemy brick masonry is alchemy. Astrology is alchemy. You know what I'm saying? Biology is alchemy. So when we listen to and use the word science, we're going into a religious thing, which I agree. I agree with you on where you're using like the word spiritual. I agree with you, but on the religion part of how you're using the word religion, that's where the belief comes in. It's not through the spirit; it's through the religion part. And that's why I was saying both of y'all got valid points. We need to point it out because the religion is the belief system. You know what I'm saying? So the spiritual is the word and
I
breath.
have to disagree because the most people that is religious think they got spirituality, and most people that scientists don't believe in God or any of that concept. I believe you had it quite backwards.
Okay, so if Scientology don't have a belief, then what are they built off? Scientology is a new way of religion.
I don't know what Scientology is, but if you want to see what atheist is,
It is. It's actually
scientists,
churches. They got
most
actual churches off of science.
Scientology is a
Go
form
ahead.
of is an indoctrinated religion created by L. Ron Hubbard. I don't know really nothing about that, but if you want to get with the natural understanding of not believing anything, is what they call atheism. That's natural, not to believe anything. You
I
know
agree
that, right?
with you.
That's natural to
That's
do
why
that.
I said I agree with you on certain things. See, you and Chief, y'all going back and forth, but y'all both saying valid points that's actual true. But then it's like it's like y'all just don't have the same understanding of where y'all standing on it. Because when he brought up the time of when all of this natural God
Well,
being
let's
to
define
creation
what
started.
spirit. Let's
Look,
define what I mean by spirit, and let's define what I mean by just nature or natural.
Exactly.
Spirituality is a belief.
spirituality is nature. That is nature.
No,
See,
nature
everybody
is
got
just
different
nature, though.
definitions of
See,
spirit.
you're adding another attribute above nature when nothing's above nature. Nothing's above
No, no,
nature.
no. I
That's
said,
natural.
listen. In order for you to breathe, that's natural. That's spirit. So you breathing
Nah,
every day and speaking.
if that's the
Just
case,
roll
if that's the
the
case,
Moving
movement or
and
whatever
trees
sharing
you
got
call it.
spirit.
spirits.
It's
If that's the
natural.
case, I
It's
just broke down that same concept. Do animals and trees have spirits? That means
Right.
that
That's why. Yes, yes, you did. That's why I
they
agree.
don't.
See, the thing, both of y'all got strong as valid points. That's what I was trying to point out. It's not a debate because both of y'all right now sharpen some long ass goddamn American Ninja swords and shit. But I'm just pointing out like how sometimes science will get through
I'm
in there
saying though,
and
we got
really.
to stop borrowing foreign concepts and use your intellect.
That's why science is
Listen. Do you
not
know? Do
here.
you know that even on a micro level, your cells borrow information from the
Of
other
course,
cell to
it holds it.
duplicate itself? Do you know that? To the
Do
point
you
where it
know your
creates
skin
tissues
got
and glands,
knowledge
and we
in
can
it?
work this all the way down to how borrowing concepts is natural in nature, which creates the building part.
Right.
That's
I
okay.
agree.
Can I jump in there? When you say that, AP, that goes back to when they start messing with our genetics and shit. We could literally regrow limbs, literally grow our teeth and everything. Anything that was affected and fell off, we could literally grow it back, and they knew that. That's why we said we're not them. We're not these people that we created. Period. So they're not what we are speaking of.
And this is how they learn to use all this medical and science stuff because the things that were going on with us, they're looking like, oh, how are they doing this? They start doing the research. This is how they built up their whole medical pharmaceutical foundation off of us. If it wasn't for
Yeah, it's
us and
called
our
Western.
bodies and everything that we had. So, yeah.
You dead on. And you get into
But
the
you
American
know,
Indian
people that
Encyclopedia, it
see
even tell you that we even broke down the classifications of what you call a plant. You see what I'm saying? You know how you say, oh, this is a flower, or look at that weed, or look at this bush, and look at that tree. We categorize this naturally
we
because
are the
it's
tree.
naturally separated. It naturally produces its own thing and manifests. This is
So why
natural.
do we create the same thing trees create when it comes to the cleaning the air, the carbon
Yep.
dioxide and carbon? You are nature. You are a part of nature. You are just walking trees.
It's funny. It's funny if life, if your breath comes, it is the spirit, then you should give all praise to the damn trees and the damn plants because guess what? They
Say
produce
that.
your oxygen in your breath for you.
And this
Facts.
And
I
guess what
just
you
facts.
said
produce for them?
And let me
Carbon
That's right.
monoxide,
This
which
is
they
it. The
release and
essence.
puts back into their roots as energy and nitrogen. So
yeah.
and I
listen, we
said
can break down this whole process of science that our ancestors developed naturally and had a clear understanding on.
Understanding.
did not
They
say that.
believe.
I did too. Yeah. And you know what? And that's what
And
me,
this is the word I want to say. This is the key word that sums it up all that I really want to get to. Ecology is a form of science, and I want y'all to look up ecology, which is the relationship between humans and the natural and nature of environment around you, and how you can
Yes.
benefit off of it, and how you can benefit them. This is nature.
It's nature.
What
Yeah,
And
that's
what
why
even
Cass
you
said.
help you in those areas,
what they
the
see
alchemy in the Bible.
today, what people seeing
Go
today
ahead.
is not science. This what you call mad science. What
It's
they're
mad.
doing.
Exactly. It's
Only
mad.
thing they're studying, there's nothing on earth to study but you.
Yeah.
You're the only thing that they're studying. You think they're studying everything else. No, they're not. You're the only thing on this planet is
As a
their
matter
study
As a
is
matter
Can I
of
you.
say
fact,
something?
all their science been re.
That.
So if they did
Yeah.
science, it was re-science. If
And
they
chemistry
did
is mad.
if they did anything, it was remixing, it was redoing it, rediscovering, rekindling, refinding, redivision, and they never
Yeah.
did anything organically. You see what I'm saying?
And let me say
Whether
this:
they was
chemistry is math.
re-engineering, they call themselves re-engineering shit. No, you can't be the engineer. You got to re-engineer, meaning you remixing it, you're twisting it up, and everything that these concepts that they do is natural. That's why they doing it unnatural, so they flip it. They make everything that's natural in nature unnatural. So what was sunlight and fire? They make fucking light bulbs and shit. You see what I'm saying? What was good food? That shit is synthetic now. What was good cotton is a synthetic form. What was good silverware was plastic now. You got to look at the switcheroonie.
Yeah,
They made
let me say something
everything
real
not
quick.
natural no more.
Right, let me say two things, AP. Yeah, one thing, yeah, the science is math. Chemistry is math. It's just telling you this plus this is that, or this subtracted by this is that. You see what I'm saying? They don't really teach you science. Science is the know-how. Science is the explanation of nature. So when we say, like, when they were saying, spirit means breath, like the etymology of spirit. Because if we're gonna use etymology, let's be fair and use it across the board. You see what I'm saying? The etymology of spirit is breath. So if the etymology of spirit is breath, if you were to do some anatomy, you would take apart the body, right? Breath would be a explanation of a being. The breath would explain the difference between something that's a being and something that's not an actual living being.
And
So
spirit
that's
is
a part of
always used
that's a
in
part of
religion.
right. That's a part of science. So spirituality is a part of science. Is explaining a scientific. Is spirituality is a scientific explanation. That's what I need. That's why I was saying to, like, I'm kind of in the middle of
You
you and
got the
Chief.
God, the Father, the
Okay.
Holy Spirit. You summon spirits.
It's an
You drink
explanation of what
wine and
actually is happening.
spirits. It just like it seems like some type of
Science
unnatural
is supposed to
thing.
naturally be the know-how. Science is supposed to explain how, and spirituality is an explanation of breath
Yeah,
or what's
no,
going
Yes,
on.
because
science trying to
what you
So if
explain
you have
believe, you
nature.
bad
breathe in
breath, do you
life.
have bad spirit?
Say what, bro?
Yes, spirit
If
is
you have
right.
halitosis, are you possessed by demons or something?
We
Right.
know that word halitosis means halito means halitosis. Okay,
And
means
halitosis
breath,
means bad breath,
breath,
and
breath.
bad breath is the opposite of breathing. you, you see what I'm saying? Good breath, or good air, oxygen, or
There you
There
spirit.
you
go.
go.
So we about to do some switchies.
You-
But I like how I did that perspective shift. That's what I'm saying. I think spirituality is an explanation of science.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying the best
separate.
way for your components to understand and to manipulate science as a fact is science. Science,
Okay,
science, science.
okay.
But
If breath, the spirit means breath, so that means oxygen. All it's saying. If they cut off, if your oxygen is cut off, you no longer have a spirit in you. There's no more breath in you. If it's cut off, you die. Don't it die? Don't you eventually die off?
That
If
part.
you so that is that it's all you're right. It's all still a part. It's all it's one of the same. Science
Science.
and yes, all the same.
But the difference
Because
is
how would they
science.
not
Okay, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
The,
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead.
difference is, like
if
I
you
said
are
earlier,
energy,
science
listen,
predates spirit because spirituality is not explaining. I mean, science is not explaining spirituality. Spirituality is explaining science. So one of them is spirituality is a part of science, not the other way around. That's what I was trying to conclude.
what I'm saying is, if you die, you really don't die. You feel me? Nature, everything in nature dies, but
The vessel does.
nature still exists.
Yeah.
Naturally, things die. Nature still exists. So naturally, your body will die. You feel me? But the nature that you are part of still exists. You see what I'm saying? And this is how things is passed down today. This is how you still look like your granddaddy. This is how you still act like your father. This is how
And let me
you
say
still
this: we
can
don't
have
even die.
concepts with your grandmama. This is all borrowed and passed down,
And let me say this,
built
It's
y'all: we
through
don't
passed
even
down.
die,
science.
y'all. Y'all have gardens. Y'all make compost. Okay, we don't die. Your body just goes back to the grass. Now the plant, now the earth eats you, and you're nourishing the earth. You're not supposed to be buried in a casket.
So
You're
if the
supposed to
earth
go to
eats
the
you,
earth.
if the earth
So
eats you
everything's
and then
living.
puts you
You don't
back
even
out,
die.
if the earth puts you back out, then guess what you're doing? Earth puts you back out as oxygen. And
That's what
guess
I'm
what you
saying.
do
So
as your
nothing
natural
dies.
self?
Everything is
Suck back
living.
in and breathe your old self of what you really stimulate from. It's a cycle.
Yeah,
Can I
when you
ask?
transition, your body becomes food.
Can I ask one question to the panel, man? Because it's very, very like scattered. Like you guys got to ask yourself. Define science.
The
Study.
know-how.
To know.
Define science. I ain't talking
Science to
about no
me is how.
opinion. I want to hear a definition of science so y'all can know this. Y'all saying this.
Observation.
Go ahead,
Science
define
is
science.
observation. Can I when he just said something about us going back to the earth. Y'all do know when they talk about when they get your cars, it tested for carbon in the air. Who do y'all think they talking about? Cars ain't putting off that much as who is us. So when they talk about going to carbon, they talking about getting rid of your ass. Because like I tell y'all just like the tree. Everything about you on this earth, everything is made from you. Your brain, everything. It's all you. So when they talk about getting rid of carbon dioxide in the air, they talking about getting rid of your ass. They literally got machines, y'all, that they can take our bones, making fossil fuel. Who are they using? Because that has carbon. And they trying to figure out a way how to live here without you.
No, that's a fact. I want to get into the question that Zoe proposed, and I actually want to explain it. And I want them to ask that question again for the chat as well, so they can get in on the question as well.
Let's let everybody know what everybody on the panel feels that science means.
Well,
Because
I got the
you guys,
definition right here. This is the short definition.
bro. Hold on. Let me finish. See, we can't be quick to speak. We got to be slow to speak.
Go ahead, Zoe. You got it.
What I'm saying is, when we all give our opinion of what science is and then give the full definition of science, it's going to be all totally different. But the question is, everybody on the panel give their opinion of what science is.
Right. Well, I'm not even gonna give the opinion. I'm gonna read the definition. Right.
Right.
So
We can
listen.
all pull it up on Google, bro.
It said the intellectual and practical activity of encompassing the systematic study of the structure and the behavior of the physical and the natural world through observation and experiment. So now let's break that down to you.
That's why I said how.
We are the highest form, right? Intellectually. Naturally, which is what we're going to do practicing, we're going to study nature in the natural form of it, and then we're going to experiment, and this experiment leads to us building. It leads to us doing various different things that naturally happens. It's just what science is explains what I've been saying the whole time, which is what we just follow nature. And science only is the study of nature naturally.
That's why I said science means how.
Okay, now let's somebody else go ahead and the thing is, everybody read a definition of science from a dictionary or whatever they have in front of them. It's gonna give a totally different definition, bro. So the reason I brought that up is because it's testing, reviewing, and pretty much observing, right? And we using science in the place of alchemy when we know alchemy is natural, us crafting, us being able to hand-on actually do. So science, when I said science was here and was pretty much created to kind of contradict alchemy, nobody heard what I said. That science is designed to contradict our natural alchemy.
That might be your opinion, but I think to me, science, what I read from it, it just explains how things happen in a new modern time.
Did it not say testing? Did it not say reviewing?
Yeah, well,
So if you're reviewing, you don't know, right?
That don't mean it's
No,
a
if you're
contradiction.
reviewing, you don't know then, right? If you're testing, you're trying to look for an
No.
answer,
You might
right?
know because you're reviewing.
Alchemy, hold on.
Hold
Alchemy is
on.
intangible evidence.
Zoe.
Okay.
But what you're doing is you're saying not knowing as if that's not part of nature and that's not natural as well. Not knowing is
What I'm saying is,
natural, bro.
listen.
It's part
What
of
I'm
nature.
saying is science came later. Like
That's what I'm
was trying
saying.
to
You
say.
acting like science is like evil or something.
No,
I'm
bro,
saying
hold
it just
on.
explains how.
Bro. I'm responding to you actually. You said fucking spirituality was science, bro. You out your mind?
No, I didn't. I
Spirituality.
said no, I
Listen.
didn't. I
The
didn't say
reason
that. I
is
think you out your
oxygen. Bro, hold on. Oxygen existed before this shit science, bro. Period. So you can't say fucking spirit is fucking science.
Nobody said spirit is science.
The planet had oxygen before even language, bro. Oh, so that's why I'm saying we gotta let go of some of the shit that we use.
I think you're confused, but I mean, I understand what you're saying. Nobody said spirit is science, but okay. We said spirit is means breath, so that is a part of science. It's an explanation of what goes on in science. That's what I said.
I disagree with both, but that's because I don't like those words, science or spirit.
Well, explain.
I mean, spirit meaning breath, or wind and air, and then we get it mixed up with some ghosts and dead ancestors and being spiritual. You're on a mountain doing some yoga and Buddha position and stuff. But when it comes to science, that's something that's like, it makes sense. This cell phone, we could say it's science, but there's no way somebody sat in a room and said, I'm gonna put these minerals together and boom, we got a cell phone. So I think it's something deeper. I think it's
Hold on,
more about wisdom.
You don't think the concept of building the phone was natural? You think it came from outside of a natural thought?
No, it had to come from people experimenting. People
What
have to
was
experiment.
before
Like
experimentation?
before experimentation, I mean, you have to
Yeah,
observe.
a thought, right?
Well, I mean, you have to observe, and
What's
from what
faster
you're
than a thought,
seeing,
bro?
I mean that's getting like kind of metaphysical.
That's
When you talking
natural.
about
A
faster
thought's
than a thought.
natural. You see what I'm saying? So
First,
naturally,
Yeah.
people
before you
create stuff.
going out, we going back and forth over stuff that took place way before our time, because all this shit that we're handling and going through now have already been done. Phones and shit is not new. They only took the shit back and just started giving everything we doing and getting today is what was already here. None of this shit is new. They giving us back all our ancestors shit
Yeah,
and putting
that's really kind of belittling our ancestors to say that.
That's right.
These are new concepts that only came about when we've been around for hundreds of thousands of years, but only within the last 2,000 or within the last 400 years, we was able to come up with horse and buggy, cell phones, flying to the moon, going to airplanes, motherfucking cars. But you don't think you don't think these concepts have been here and
I
went
don't know
to
about the
even
moon
higher
part, but
heights thousands of years ago times 10?
Them nigga ain't went past the sun, the moon, or nothing else. It's just that's their imagination. Because
yeah,
without melanin on your ass, that's why they paint everything they try to go out of here without fucking melanin. Because they know they
I
can't get
seen
that.
motherfuckers past the sun, man. I seen motherfuckers in airplanes, real airplanes, looking down at what looked like the sun. No bullshit. I've seen
I
Facts.
got some
I
images
seen
of
I
that
seen the
too. I
active
got images of
listen.
that.
tons of videos like
Hold on,
that.
hold on,
So
hold
I
on.
don't
I
know
got
if
something
it's
to
not
say
a
in reality,
sun. I don't
bro.
know what the fuck it is then. Excuse
I
me.
don't melanin in the
Hey, can
air.
I say something real quick, Copper Empress? Hold on real quick. I was
It's what
flying from
you make.
Chicago. I was flying from Chicago to California. And when we were flying, we were at the same level as the orb called the sun. Then I was tripping on it. I'm thinking, like, am I hallucinating this shit? So when I landed in California and shit, while I'm at the airport, I use their Wi-Fi. I went and YouTube some shit, and I started seeing motherfucking videos of fucking planes flying through the sun, all kind of shit. So I knew, like, on some real shit. Like,
Can I
motherfuckers
say
don't
something?
understand this shit
Can
is
I?
natural. Good.
I got some ancient pictures, some old pictures of stuff, and that was painted on the wall. A phone was one of the motherfuckers, not a coincidence. So please go and do some goddamn research. You forever coming over here setting your ass in that chat. Bring your ass to the motherfucking panel, nigga. I'm tired of you, and I'm tired of all the rest of the pan boo boo. This ain't your shit. Did like they say, pale face, this ain't your area. Pan boo boos, this not your area. First of all, there's ancient shit to show that phones already was here. I don't know what make y'all think we so advanced. We're not advanced.
Hey! When you hear about
That's right.
this all this extra technology at Area 51, which is a
Yeah.
desert area, when they say that they're doing re-engineering, Whose engineering are they redoing?
That part. This shit was already here, clown. Y'all asses just finding out about it and y'all think it's new. They ain't doing it but giving it back to you. They took it from you. Now they're giving it right back to your ass.
When you go down,
And it's a poor version of it too.
hold on, when you go down to Tikal and you look at Palenque and you go and look at that sarcophagus in there and you look at and find in high relief detailed carving on his motherfucking sarcophagus lid, why does it look like he's in some type of technical device that's meant for travel, whether it's aerial, road, or submergible? How can you see this technology? Hold on. Do you think they just mimicked these things? You think this was something that they just was part of their bare imagination? And if it was imagination, you don't think they acted on it and try to manifest that?
These niggas really believe Tesla came up with all this shit. Tesla didn't come up with shit. They pick and choose who the fuck they want to have the name on the shit that they got. He didn't invent nothing.
When you go down to the same areas where they got Area 51, you have the Natchez lines and you have these zoo types carved over distance of miles in the ground that you wouldn't even know is zoo types unless you looked at it from aerial view. So do you think that was just by coincidence, not a coincidence? Or do you think this was natural?
A Copper Grizzly. Motherfuckers don't think about how Nikola Tesla came to America and all of a sudden became smart. That shit was here when he got here. You see what I'm saying? Like that nigga wasn't fucking doing that shit in Europe. Why did he come to a motherfucking America? This old electric shit that he was claiming himself. He claimed some
Tesla
shit that was
came
already
at the end of World War I when they started destroying evidence of our old empire. And it's funny he lived on. He grew up in Moscow, which is a outpost or would have been a regional area from where a lot of the science was held at. So he could have got hold of some tablets, some scrolls, some information that held a lot of this old empire science, and he ran over here with it. You see what I'm saying? So, and then you got to deal with it. A lot of his shit got snatched up when he died in New York. You feel me? And then when you look at who signed the warrant and who was the lead FBI, who
got the information,
his name was John G. Trump, which is Donald Trump.
Yep. So now Donald Trump got the shit. Yep.
That was Trump in the bushes.
Lady Spade. They had flying vehicles and all. Y'all think the Jetsons was some shit? They gave it to you in cartoon. I keep trying to tell people a lot of shit they give to you in movies and cartoons. If y'all think the Jetsons was something they just came up with out of their fucking mind, this is shit that they already have seen. It was already fucking.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like the Titanic wasn't a new ship. That was an old ship that was around like in the 1600s. Like they couldn't believe they had found it. And they kind of redid it up, added some shit to it, and their whole plan was to destroy that. And the motherfuckers who really created that motherfucker, a lot of black rich people who was politicians and running and owning and patenting and running shit, died on that damn ship in the Titanic. A lot of them was light skinned mulattoes or what you call
live on that,
these was niggas.
You need to do another live on that.
That's right.
So you
I did one on it. I did one on it.
On that fucking boat.
I also showed who also funded the boat ride, who also what company expected, who was doing inspections on that particular ship. It all lead back to J.P. Morgan and Chase, and that's who owned the infrastructure of New York. I mean, we can get into a lot of shit that it just leads back to. I did a whole build on it. It was pretty dope, so. Hey, a lot of these people been whacking your people because they know your people's been done did everything.
That motherfucking
home. That's why we all the inventors.
You think having a motherfucking motherfucking island or a city that's all on the water and it's beautiful? They been had that shit. That's what Tenochtitlan was. They had that in North America. All over America, they had floating cities and shit. I got records at
Not
the
a
top 10
coincidence, a
that
Berber.
rich black people, man. I'm telling you, they went down, and a lot of them, they listen. It was a few white people on the ship. It's even recorded that even gunfire. A lot of these people just didn't drown. Someone was shot. Someone was shot. This is real shit, man. I'm just giving y'all game, man. That Titanic shit is what changed a lot of the game on what was getting ran in the infrastructure here. When you go down to Louisiana and you look at the heads of seat in the political seats, there was all Negroes running that shit. You see what I'm saying? When you get into these records, or what is perceived to be records, and you get into the history of Tennessee, hell, if this the case, white people, if that's who wrote the records, white people they self telling you they wasn't even in Tennessee until 1768.
Facts. It took them
What
over
about
200
the
years
buildings
just to
built
get
in
it big.
Memphis? What about the buildings built in Memphis in 1721? What about these historical buildings built in Nashville in 1758? What about these historical buildings built in Knoxville going back to 1763 and shit like that? If Europeans wasn't here, Africans wasn't here, then who the hell built them? And we know that this is man. Listen, we can go through a lot of this shit, man. And matter of fact, it even tells you that it's funny where all this building and shit going on in the 1700s. That same literature from the white folks, quote unquote, said that the Olmec came to these areas in Tennessee and was there. So
But
that same
ask them why
building
it
is
took
the
them
same
so
people
long,
that was
AP.
there.
Ask them why it took them so long to get over here. They couldn't even get past Tennessee to get nowhere else any motherfucking way.
They couldn't get past it. It took them forever. Hell, you see what happened? William Blunt, Henry Knox came in. They got their ass fucked up by the Chickamauga so much.
Yep. That part.
To the point where other Indian tribes like the Shawnee linked in with the white boys to help team up against us. That's what was going on.
That was not a coincidence, peoples.
Yeah, not a coincidence in here. Oh, we got John from America. I want to get John from America opinion, and I want to get the new brother Noodlehead that just came on in here. Shout out to Lotus, shout out to Brown Wolf, shout out to Zoe, shout out to Original Copper Empress, Hover, Sister Soul Man Radio, and Realize TV. Appreciate y'all. What up, Noodlehead? John?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I wanted just to jump in and talk about what I think science is real quick. When y'all were talking about it,
You got the floor, brother.
I think science is the structure and order that is naturally occurring in the universe, regardless of our observation of it or not. Because when we start saying our own understanding of reality, then that's like, well, then that's just your own perception. That's not what reality really is. Science isn't what reality really is. If you're saying it's our observation of it, you're saying science is basically our understanding. But I think science is occurring. Science is nature. Science is happening with or without us, if we understand it or not. That's my understanding. But yeah, if you want to go by the mainstream definition, they're not going to say, no, science isn't a natural thing that's in nature. It's our understanding of it. And it's like, all right, whatever. If that's how you want to use the word, I'm not using it like that, but go for it.
I respect that, brother John.
That's all I got.
And I actually agree with you. I believe science is natural. You know what I'm saying? I believe nothing that we do really is not natural. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Noodlehead. What up, Noodlehead?
Well, I don't agree with that part. I definitely think there is a difference between unnatural and natural. Like I don't think genetically modified chicken, when they do some GMO, like they alter the genetic structure of the thing to make it fatter, or to put more meat on the thing. I don't think that wouldn't happen naturally. There is a thing
No. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that's not. It's someone naturally did that, and what they used was naturally.
No, they didn't
Something
use.
natural.
Show me where nature.
Originally, whether they manipulated it or not, I don't believe we use nothing on this planet that doesn't come from this planet. And if
I
this
mean, I
planet
agree.
is
Yeah,
producing, so
cars are unnatural because you can't find them anywhere else in nature other than by humans. Humans are the only thing in nature that produces cars. So
no,
by default,
humans are nature are part of nature. So that car now became a manifestation of something natural, of a part of a natural being or nature in itself. So in the parts that's used is not foreign or unnatural. Metal is natural. Rubber is natural.
so is it natural
There's
for
nothing.
guys have sex with other guys? Is that natural since everyone's doing it?
Yeah, it's just out of order. It's out of order, but
I
I
mean, it's
mean,
naturally doing.
it's
But
not. It's
nature
not
is
right. It ain't right.
it's out of which order? Nature is
Now,
naturally occurring order.
I'm not saying it's right. Now, I'm not saying it's right.
No, I'm saying, but which order are you talking about? Because he's saying it's out of order.
The
Is it out
order
of
of
the natural,
reproduction. The order of reproduction.
the
But
natural order,
but I
right? That
mean,
we're
if you no, I said the order of reproduction. You didn't hear my answer? Are you confused?
Yeah, that's disorder.
Exactly, but he acting like it's. I mean, I'm like I don't know what he acting like, but it is. It happens in nature. I mean, you know, animals have they do things and they still procreate. It's definitely out of order though. But I think what AP is saying, everything comes from this realm that exists. You see what I'm saying? So
It's
you can break
natural.
it all. That you can break everything back down to nature in its natural essence, whether it's out of order or not. And I think science is the language that explains that. You see what that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
I think
science is
science.
the what?
I think science likes to blur the line between what is
Well, who's science?
natural
Because
and what is
now
normal.
when listen, and this is the thing about when everybody's speaking on what they think the views of science is. I think you might be speaking on a certain person's view of science, but the essence of science just explains, like you were saying earlier, it just explains how. Now, whether you're talking about Western science or modern science, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Those are
But
different.
yeah, corn is a GMO, right? Genetically modified, but it's still natural. It was naturally done from natural people. You know what I'm saying? Corn is a GMO.
Well, there's a naturally it's called natural selection, and that I don't think that naturally happens in nature. Things will naturally select, and their genes will thrive based on the environment that they're in. The GMO that they do now is not natural selection. They get AIDS virus. They take out the proteins within the virus, and then they inject it with whatever they want the AIDS virus to replicate in the cells, and then they shoot it off into a embryo, and it starts rewriting the embryo cells. That's not something that happens normally, other than us doing it.
Yeah, let me reiterate. I'm not saying exactly what AP saying either. I'm just speaking for myself. I was saying that I don't think everything exists in its natural form right now. I don't think everything exists in its natural form, but I think everything goes back to explaining what naturally happened
Yeah,
in nature.
that's exactly what I'm
That's
trying to
all I'm
say.
saying. Yeah, I think everything goes back to explaining nature, what naturally occurred. Whether as you want to call that science, you want to call that alchemy, those exist in different time periods. But the thing is that it's explaining what naturally happens and what we naturally built. You know what I mean? So if structures were here and they were naturally built, science explains the structures and how they were built or what they were used or what was used to make it. You know.
And naturally, things is going to change. So you're going to see different customs of nature. You're going to see different manifestations of nature when elements are combined, or twisted, manipulated. But yeah, it's a dope bill, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on. John America, Africa. That's Black Lotus. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Brown Wolf, Sister Soul, Zoe Hustle. We about to get ready to wrap this thing up, man. Y'all want to say something real quick for
Hey, why everybody
50
else so
seconds before
quiet,
we get ready
man?
to close out?
Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Wanted to say a little more, but I'll get to it another time. And y'all have a good one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all having me on. I'm gonna
Always.
definitely work
So I appreciate you for
on the
coming on.
difference. Yeah, I'm gonna write a paper and write the difference between normal and natural. Because yeah, you are in the mindset of most scientists like that. This is what they say. That you're spitting the narrative of a common scientist. Like everything's natural. and there's no such thing as okay. But I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, please do,
I
man. I
definitely,
would
yeah,
love to
man.
hear what you jot down, brother. Peace
Okay,
out. Take
appreciate
it
it.
easy.
Peace out.
Well,
Peace.
peace and love to everybody. Thanks for having me up here. Everybody have a great day. I'm out.
Hey, appreciate you, sister. Shout out to the original Copper Empress Hopper for coming through. Zo Hustle, you got something to say before we get out of here, OG?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the gods and the goddesses, man. You know what I'm saying? Thing is, man, we gotta realize sharing information sometimes sharpens swords. And I look at it like this, man. The things that we share, everybody in the back, you know what I'm saying, just challenge this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because this information's been, you know, been covered up and been put into situations where we couldn't get a hold of it. Now, a lot of the panel holders, you know what I'm saying, shout out to them, because they're able to give a voice, you know what I'm saying, to the community and bring something that been sitting aside for a long time, you know what I'm saying, and it's getting bigger. So, we got to continue on this mission, this quest, But shout out and, love y'all, man.
Appreciate you, big brother Zo, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Big brother, Brown Wolf, you want to say something before we get out of here? Then let Black Lotus go after you.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say, peace to everybody. This is actually a fun build. This type of thinking I be doing, man. Perspective shifting, and a lot of times we disagree on this type of stuff because we all have different perspectives. You know what I mean? We're coming from different angles, but like brother said earlier, this is important or just a minute ago, it's important on building on this kind of stuff because this is the kind of information that's been suppressed, and this is the stuff that's not easy to talk about. We can talk about sources and history all day just by looking it up, but these type of the digging for this kind of stuff is it takes a lot of perspective shifting. So I just appreciate this conversation specifically, and you too, appreciate you too, big brother. It's always love. Everybody on the panel, shout out to everybody. Let's just keep building, man. Keep shifting perspectives. Brown Wolf, I'm out.
Appreciate you, big brother Brown Wolf, for sure, man. I appreciate you coming on. Shout out to you, big brother Craig. Black Lotus, you got something you want to say?
Yes, sir, man. I love this topic. Hopefully we do further building on it. I definitely got a lot of information to share about diodes and diatoms and all kind of stuff pertaining to this information, man. So it's very, very, very informative Sunday you kicked off here, man. I love it.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all.
Thought we start the week a little fresh for them a little bit. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for coming. We about to get ready to end this thing on now. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Drop some fire emojis for y'all get out of here, man. Y'all was slacking on the likes too. I ain't even say nothing. But hit the like button for y'all get out of here, man. Support the channel. You feel me? Support the channel. Hey, and I'll see y'all next time, man. We gone, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all be safe too, man. Don't forget to support the channel, man. Y'all see the cash out tag at the bottom, at the top left of the screen. Shout out to the realest ones out there.
Yeah,
American Aborigines, wake
so
up.
Dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God or Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English plotted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation.
Shout out to Big Dog Philly OG.
This the message to the black man.
I see you, mama, bro.
Message to the black man. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the court. can never die. Bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master who preaching we should submit.
Shout out to Devoe for the cash out
about how we should wait on God.